buddy, Alabama, and we're gonna go for a little walk here through Millbrook Park. So I hope you guys are having a great day. Just let's flip the camera back around. Oh crap, we're live. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the live chat. We're just gonna go for a little walk here in Millbrook Park. I need to get little bit of walking, and we got the police over there already. So we're off to a start of action here. Not sure what the police is doing, but maybe they pulled somebody over. We're gonna see. We're here in Millbrook Park. Oh, they pulled over somebody, maybe speeding or something. You know what I've noticed about Alabama? There's not a lot. There's a lot of. Is this one of those fountains? Yes, it is. This is the fountain right here, guys. This is one of the many fountains. This is called the Cook Fountain, dedicated in 1996, Millbrook Men's Club in memory of the president. So there's a nice little, kind of old-looking fountain here. Let's keep going for our walk here. Over for cooking, Jose. What's up? Katie will be doing some cooking videos here soon. Getting her channel kicked off. I'm surprised how well Katie's channel is going. This is kind of like... Millbrook doesn't really have a town center, like a downtown. Kind of spread out along the main highway here. Just come over here. There's City Hall right there where I got my business license. Oops, did I just tell you guys where I live by accident? I'm sorry. But this is Millbrook here. There's not much of a town square in general. There's just a few older buildings. Quite a few older buildings. There's not much to Millbrook. Most of the action is along Highway 14, which is just to the north. So this is Main Street. Then you got the main highway down there, which is 14. There's a lot of people walking here. And I hope I'm not being too intrusive. Seems like the general flow of traffic is that way. So let's walk with the traffic here and check out this park. The thing about Alabama, there aren't as many public places as you'd think there should be for a place. There's a squirrel right there. I was thinking about shooting a squirrel earlier. There's two of them right there. All right. Of course, you can't shoot squirrels in a park. I can do it at my house. It's further out in the woods. Yes, Millbrook, Alabama. Sunday night. How are you guys doing on a Sunday night? I need to start walking more. I've already lost 20 pounds, so I'm going to start walking more. I want to make walking part of my routine, man. I'm serious about working out. There's supposed to be a nice creek here, and this is just kind of like a circle walking path, which, not bad at all. I love the size of that tree. Look at that thing. So tomorrow's a holiday. I bought some good meat so we can stay at home and cook, since we probably won't be going out or doing too much. There's a lot of squirrels in this park, and I have been considering, you guys know what I'm considering, right? Eating one. Never ate one. Here's the creek. All right, we're almost to the creek. I know you guys are gonna think I'm crazy for considering eating squirrel. I'm losing some viewers here. Nice park. Yeah, this is the park in Millbrook, and this is the creek right here. Let's check out the creek. I guess kids... Ooh, it looks like the water is really clear. This reminds me of the dog park in Bonita Springs. I don't know how clean or dirty this water is. I'm about to find out. Looks pretty clear, actually. Looks pretty clear. Fort... Yeah, I've heard that's a good fort. I'm going to go check it out. Give me a second, y'all. I think I got some blur. There we go. That makes the video much better. So the water should clear. There's like a little waterfall there. Tiny little waterfall. And I guess people swim in these creeks. That tree kind of fell. That's pretty neat. What's the temperature there right now? It's an uncomfortable. I don't know what temperature it is. It's not comfortable yet. Last night, oh my God, last night was perfect. We actually hung out outside a little bit. When we first got to Alabama, there weren't too many no-see-ums. But now that we've been here a little bit, there seems like he let the guy go. Looks like to let that guy go over there. What's Katie's channel called? Cuban Sandwich? We'll get to it. So Katie's channel is called Katie's Cooking Blog with a V. She is not going to be in the live stream today. She's usually on our live streams. But today, Katie is... she's cleaning up a mess I made before I left the house by accident. And... so she's working at home. I'm going to get my feet in the water here. I haven't done anything natural. I don't know if there's broken glass, so I'm actually going to keep my shoes on because I've heard there's a lot of broken glass in these creeks. Hey, Katie, aren't you supposed to be cleaning the house? What are you doing on YouTube? Keeping tabs on me? She don't want to be out there walking. Hey, I didn't say that. I don't know if I should take my shoes off because I hear. I'm going to go in there. Oh, it's sandy. Oh, that is so cold. I'm in here, guys. Thank you so much, Chris. Thank you so much. I'm not. Am I missing Florida? I don't. This is so cold. Oh my gosh, this water is so cold. Who is this guy? This is Jose, man. Let me show you. This is Jose, the Cuban Jose. Am I missing Florida? Thank you so much, y'all. Appreciate that. Money sure is not moving here in Alabama like it does in Florida. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Although I've been warned that these creeks are... Oh, I see a little fish. I see a little fish. By the way, is the iPhone 11 waterproof? I don't know if it is. I hear it is. Oh, I got rocks inside my shoes. I'm not wearing the right footwear. I'm in this creek. Now it feels better. But am I missing Florida? Does it look like I'm not missing Florida? You know, I don't miss Florida, Chris. And thank you so much. I wouldn't say I miss Florida. What I would say is... I don't know anybody here. I'm a very social person. That's why I'm doing a lot of these live streams. You guys are my friends now. I really don't know anybody here. There are trout in that creek. I don't know. Now, the creek that is in downtown, Ottawa Creek, apparently they have striper bass in there. According to a Facebook group, I mean, that doesn't make sense to me why there would be. I'm wearing my Crocs. By the way, people don't wear sandals and Crocs like they do back in Florida. Here, people actually wear shoes. But I'm going to wear these shoes just in case. One thing that's really cool about this area, and we have it in our backyard too, is there's river rocks, real river rocks. Because of you, I'm moving to Punta Gorda. I hope you love it. I mean, you saw the video I did there. If it's in your price range, it is an awesome place, Punta Gorda. So if it's in your price range, you will definitely love Punta Gorda. We have river rocks here. Isn't that great? I mean, and in my backyard, like in Florida, you buy these by the bag for your garden. But here, they're like in my backyard. And I was thinking about doing the whole bottom of my house. There are so many red-eye bass in Alabama. They are known by the Alabama trout. Yeah. So I haven't really gotten any pointers on good fishing spots yet. What is this thing? There's a rock. I'm sorry. I'm exploring here, guys. Thank you. I'm moving to Cape Coral from Miami. You'll love Cape Coral. And Cape Coral, if you're moving out of Miami, Cape Coral is a good city to move to because you're going to find similarities between Cape Coral and Miami. Lots of similarities. I mean, a lot. Cape Coral and Miami, if you're moving out of Miami, the number one thing you're going to miss is the food game. And Cape Coral really does have a good food game going on. So I'm sinking in here. Ooh, this water is cold. The deeper it gets, the colder it gets. Hey, there's no alligators. There are cottonmouths here, so I don't know if this is a smart idea or not. I love that little water fountain thing. What is it? A little miniature waterfall. The water temperature's cool. Thanks for doing the Florida videos in St. Pete, where I'm from. Hey, I love St. Pete. Another fun city. I think a fun city to visit. I wouldn't want to live there, but it's definitely a spot I recommend people visit. And there is a spider on my back right now. Oh, no, it's a tree. Let's keep going this way, guys. So you're moving from Fort Lauderdale. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, Punta Gorda, if you're moving from Fort Lauderdale, you're going to find that there aren't as many good restaurants. Cape Coral, but you know what, if you're in Punta Gorda, you can run down to Cape Coral. It's not too far. Punta Gorda's restaurant game isn't as good. Fort Lauderdale's got good restaurants. The temperature there right now is comfortable. I don't know exactly a number that I would put on it, but it's definitely comfortable. It's definitely a comfortable temperature. The water is cold, I'll tell you that much. Very clear water. Hi, Jose and Katie. Hey, Chelsea, welcome on board. We're just having a little... Katie's at the house. I thought she was cleaning, but she's actually eyeing me. I saw her in the comment section earlier. You know what there are here at both Prattville. Is there a fire over there? Or somebody barbecuing? Yeah, the red-eye bass have nicknamed Bama Brook trout. I have caught them. They are very fun. I am excited about fishing here. I don't have my fishing license yet, but I did keep my fishing gear. So that's something I won't have to buy. It's 83 feeling like 85. Okay. So a lot of these parks here in Alabama are kind of like miniature fortresses is what the parks. Prattville has one. And by the way, if you're looking at Prattville, they have a park in Prattville, and that park appears to have like one of these little fortress playgrounds for kids, and it's pretty massive. So it looks pretty fun. If I was a little kid, I'd love to be in there. So, but again, Millbrook has a park like this, and where we're at now, and so does Prattville. So I will be honest that natural wildlife things to do in this area, there aren't as many parks as I would hope. Now, there's another park I'm going to show you guys in another live stream here. It's where they filmed a movie. If you guys will know what the movie's called. Dime Jose, un saludo, mi hermano. It's in Cuba. What's happening, man? Yeah, if the water's cold, the fish will have some good fight to them. I totally agree. But look at this place, y'all. It's beautiful here. It is peaceful. Lots of people walking. I saw, I think they're Mennonites. I've only seen Mennonites in Sarasota, Florida, and in Wauchula, Florida. I saw some Mennonites. So religion's really important out here. I just didn't know we had like Amish and Mennonites. I think there was a Mennonite, not an Amish. But I saw one person walking. So, you know, Alabama, that's a really important thing here for people. Loving it here in Millbrook so far. I can't wait to get fishing. Yeah, so, I mean, if you're moving out of Miami or Fort Lauderdale to Punta Gorda, you might find the restaurants a little bit dull. You'll love the traffic for sure. Man, Punta Gorda is a nice city if you can afford it. Punta Gorda is awesome, quiet place. And they're close to Boca Grande. I did a video on Boca Grande, but I had to take it down because of the stupid FAA thing that happened to me. I'm actually thinking about selling the drone and using it to buy recording equipment for the channel because cleaning videos are popular too, Katie. Okay, you heard that, Katie, cleaning videos. Maybe you can do that too along with decoration. Yep, I totally agree. I'm going to put the camera this way so I don't really point it at people. I'm just going to walk this way. I'm going to walk past somebody here. I don't want to point the camera at them. So, just give me a second. Let me get past these kids. Hello. All right, I don't want to point the camera directly at people. So basically what you want to do is, if you're thinking about Punta Gorda, just keep in mind, you know, it's not going to be as good. Is that an ice cream truck? Man, this place just keeps getting better. It's not going to be as good as Miami with the food game. You will appreciate less traffic. That's an ice cream truck, y'all. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of ice cream, man. Ice cream, man. It's the ice cream, man. Nothing in Punta Gorda for people. Yeah, if you are young, you may regret Punta Gorda. Unless you are so well off that you have your own boat or something. I don't know. Where's the place in South Florida you pick fresh fruit? Okay, one place that I really love, and it's not too far from Punta Gorda or Cape Coral. There's a place called Pine Island. Now, there's several Pine Islands. The one that I'm referring to is the Pine Island. This ice cream truck is getting loud and close to us. I think they're having a barbecue here, y'all. There's a lot of barbecue in this area. This ice cream truck's gonna ruin our video. It is loud. So anyways, I hope the ice cream isn't too loud. The ice cream truck. Wow, clear water. Love it. All right, so there's a place called Pine Island. And in Pine Island, which is right next to Cape Coral, you can actually go in there during mango season and you can do really well. I can't remember what the place is called. Oh, Fruitscapes. Fruitscapes. And actually, I might include that when I go back to Southwest Florida. Just time it perfectly to our mango season. Oh my, they're making barbecue. Oh, I can smell it. Hey, Jose, can I ask a question? Because I'm looking to cash pay. If it's paying taxes in the house, it's very expensive. No, I didn't. If you wait 2 years, as far as I'm concerned, if you wait 2 years, there's no taxes. I mean, if you wait 2 years between buying and selling a house, there's no taxes. Now, I'm not a real estate attorney or nothing, so you might want to look into that more carefully. But from what I understand, if you wait 2 years, there are cottonmouths here, so I got to be really careful getting up underneath these trees and stuff. I want to keep walking this creek, but I'm a little worried about snakes. I've seen cottonmouths in this area already, just like in Florida. So we don't want to die. Oh, dude, they're making barbecue up in there, y'all. I think it's a restaurant. Either an event center or a restaurant. I think they're just making barbecue. The smell of the barbecue coming out of there. I already had dinner. We had dinner already, but the smell of barbecue coming out of this place is unlike anything I've ever smelled. Oh. But anyways, Fruitscapes. Yeah, you want to go to Fruitscapes. It's in Pond Island, which is, you got to drive all through Cape Coral. Let me get these rocks out of my shoes. I hope I don't drop my iPhone here. I don't know, are these iPhones waterproof or not? Yeah, they don't back down. So, yeah, I'm really worried with cottonmouths. I've already seen cottonmouths in this area. It's actually the only snake I have seen here. I think the only snake I've seen so far is a cottonmouth, and they like water and creeks and stuff, so definitely got to be careful with that. Where are you in Alabama? We are in Millbrook, Alabama. This is the park in Millbrook. I think I've left the park already, and now I'm on the creek here. There's a lot of creeks in Alabama. By the way, y'all, look at that. They got that barbecue going on in there. This makes me feel like Cuba. This is exactly what you would see right now in Cuba with my family back in. iPhones are not waterproof? Okay, I need to be really careful then. Because this is $800. There's some graffiti right there. This is about $800. I'm walking around with $800 worth of equipment. And make it $1,000 with the little selfie stick that I carry now. It's a stabilizer selfie stick. Caliente, oh yeah, it feels good. The weather's perfect here. Now it gets sandier this way. The sand, you kind of sink into it. So Fruitscapes is a place you want to go to. They have mangoes. They have lychees, African lychees. I mean, they are really awesome. You should have no problem there. Yeah, you'll love Fruitscapes, and you want to go in the right season too. I don't have a link for it, but it's by, how good is the stabilizer, by the way? For you guys that are watching, how good is it? How good is my signal? How good is the stabilizer? The view, I have some graffiti. Look at that's some awesome graffiti. They have a fish, and then they have, I don't know, is that an octopus? That is so cool. All right, y'all. So I think there's a baseball field on this side. I've never thought, who would have thought I'd be walking through a creek while live streaming in Alabama? Life is so unpredictable. When we came over here, we had no idea where we were going to end up or why. We just came. It was the craziest thing I've done in my life. I mean, like, I didn't really know where I was going to end up. I just left. And what we did was, I know it sounds crazy, but we wanted a really nice house. So we highlighted a bunch of pretty cool houses in Alabama. And we just drove until we found one we would buy. And kind of crazy. What did Katie cook for dinner tonight? My guess is fried catfish and dirty rice. What we did tonight was, and don't judge, y'all. Don't judge me. We had filet mignon because I'm a little homesick. And we also did just white rice and filet mignon. Now, we got two small fillets, don't get me wrong. So, I mean, you buy two small portions. It's not expensive if you're just buying two small fillets. So, do you still wake up thinking of, oh, no. When I wake up in the morning, I have a beautiful, and by the way, I have a creek out back. It's just dry most of the year. When I wake up in the morning, I am so thankful every day when I wake up in the morning. Like, you have no idea how thankful I am. The first thing I do when I wake up, it's just feel thankful for where I am, because I don't even know how to explain it. But no, I wake up very happy. I mean, because I can look out my window as soon as I wake up. Before I leave the bed, I can open up my window and kind of just look at life, man. Look out the window and look into my backyard and see the woods. Sometimes the deer are out there. I don't even know how to explain it. But no, I don't wake up missing Florida. What I do miss is the social fabric of Florida, you know. Not that it's not great, but after living 20 years somewhere, you know, everybody kind of knows you. And it feels like here I don't have anybody to talk to. And my neighbors are kind of the type, I think we've kind of come to the end of this trail. We might have to leave the creek here. Seems like the creek here kind of takes a rougher. Let's climb up here. And again, we're looking out for cottonmouths. All right, so there's a ballpark here, I guess. Creek keeps going that way. I might walk along it just to explore. Yeah, I don't wake up missing Florida, not one bit. Hey, we got 51 people watching. That's cool. No, I don't miss Florida. I do feel lonely. I feel more lonely than I've ever felt in my whole life. I feel lonely. That's very true. Back in Florida, I lived in a neighborhood where I knew everybody, and no, I when I wake up, I feel very optimistic. More optimistic than I've ever woken up, ever. My neighbors are cool, yeah. I'll tell you what it took to get really cool with my neighbors. The day I shot my gun, everybody was just cool. ¿Has hablado en español con alguien desde que yeah, there's every time I go to a Mexican restaurant. No Cubans yet. I have a neighbor who my neighbors have told me they're Cubans, but they don't seem like they're like descendants of Cubans or something. They're not really like, they're not like, oh, I'm a mono. You know, they're not playing reggaeton outside. I have made some new friends. Actually, my neighbors have a boat, and I told him when he goes fishing, let me know and we'll figure it out. Yeah, the loneliness of being away from family is tough, but you come to the realization, you know, I'm 30 years old. At some point, you can't live for other people. You gotta live for your household, you know. So you can't always, because you're from a neighborhood and your family lives there, you should contact realtors and give your business cards out to people who are moving and need clean out stuff. Yeah, I need to get more proactive with pushing my junk removal business. I've come to the conclusion that I don't want to work for somebody else. I've never liked working for other people in Florida. Why would I like it here? I mean, I told myself I'd be willing to make that sacrifice. Bro, I cook filet mignon, so what? It's just a cut of meat. Like, everybody like splurges on something different. I eat good. Some people splurge on expensive cars. Some people, I don't know, their wife buys a new purse. You have to leave the nest at some point. Yeah, Katie's right. At some point, you just got to leave the nest. Looks like I can get back into the creek here. I just don't know if with these shoes I'm going to make it down there. Seems like I can pick up the creek here again. But, oh, there's a dead fish right there. It looks like a tilapia. See it right there? There's a dead fish right there. I don't know what that is, though. Tilapia or what is that, guys? That's a dead fish right there. I was just asking who cooked. Didn't know if you went somewhere. Yeah, we're eating at home, though. I mean, we're eating at home. We have to eat at home now for a few days. We bought groceries. We got to save money. I mean, the fact that neither one of us is working right now, it's kind of like a wake-up call. Like, okay, party's over. Let's wake up. We got to find jobs. We got to start making money. We got, you know, it's a wake-up call. It's like, okay, yeah, we are saving money by cooking at home. I'm not going to starve to death. And the YouTube pays the bill, so we don't have to worry. But I mean, you don't want to live just to live. You want to do stuff, you know? Like, I want to finish fixing some stuff around the house. I want to get a boat eventually. You know what I mean? Like, you don't just say, okay, I make enough to live on bare bones and let's just live. But no, like, I have goals and stuff I want to do with my life. I'm not going to, like, sit here and, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're not just like, okay, I have enough money to eat. That's it. No, that's not living. There's things you want to do. A lot of people live that way. I couldn't do it. Let's look into the residential neighborhoods. Let's go back this way. We'll walk back around to the residential parts. So basically now we really, you know, the party's over. I had a hater come on the channel earlier and say something like, the party's over. You're going to realize you're in Alabama. And I'm like, no, dude, we've all really realized we're in Alabama. The party's been over. You know, he called it the honeymoon. I'm like, yeah, the honeymoon's been over. I can cook my own food. I love to spend on myself and in the house. You splurge on what you want, yeah. So, I do like this park. I mean, it's not amazing. It's just a nice little park. It's nothing great. I think Alabama needs more parks and natural areas. There isn't much of it. I'm trying to walk a lot. Now, you guys have realized that I've lost 20 pounds since I came to Alabama, and I want to continue losing weight. It is a challenge. It's a challenge because, like, last night I went to sleep hungry. Like, my mind, my body wanted more. Yeah, it's all about mindset, too, you know? And you know what I think about Alabama? People here can be so pessimistic. And, like I'm never going to have let somebody tell me, you live in Alabama, it's backwards. Like, no, dude, I live in Alabama and I live like a king. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? It's all about mindset, you know? Yeah, there's not too many people here, and it is a Sunday. So I think maybe on a weekday there might be more people. I'm not sure. But I'm never going to let somebody, yep, I've lost 20 pounds. But last night, look how pretty these houses are. It's very nice. I'm not going to let somebody tell me, you know, you live in a backwards place, or, no, dude, this is where I live. I live like a king. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like when it comes to mindset, too many people here have just kind of given up. And they just, like, I could put Katie on disability and order some food stamps and just not really have to do anything with my life. You know what I mean? Yeah, the cost of living here, AJ, welcome. The cost of living is cheaper. Florida Grown says, way to go losing pounds. Hope you get a good job or something. Yeah. Fill up on water, bro. I don't know what to do. Last night I went to sleep hungry. Look how big this pine tree is. You know? I went to sleep hungry last night, and it sucks. Like, I really wanted to eat more, but I'm not doing it. One, because I want to lose weight. And two, because, frankly, my body just can't handle it anymore. I get sick now. You know, too many years of eating the wrong things will catch up with you. So, eventually, if you're one of those people like I was, who just, oh, I don't really care. No, eventually your body's it's not gonna be voluntary. Like right now, I'm smelling that barbecue, whatever that place was over there. That house is pretty. Pretty house. So eventually your body is going to say, hey, that's enough. You're gonna have to make some changes. You know, it's not gonna be optional. And now I got to the point where it's not optional. I'm getting so sick when I eat that it's not optional anymore. I have to eat better, eat less primarily. Yeah, it's a really nice neighborhood. It's kind of very subtle and quiet here. And that's how it is in most areas. It's just very quiet here. Limited water, I think I'm trying to stay away from acid stuff. Acid's really something I'm trying to stay away from. I'm going to walk to this field. Look, that house is pretty. This house is pretty right here. Look how pretty the house is. Yeah, it looks really nice. It really is nice. And I am showing the hood still. I mean, there are hoods here like anywhere else. But I do feel that for too many people, it's a mindset problem here. Like, where they're just negative, you know? Oh, we live in Alabama, it's backwards, and there's no jobs. And, like, it's just, people are just, look at that bird. What is that? Oh, is that a quail? You can hunt those things, can't you? That's a quail. Sweet. Ooh, this reminds me of all the times I spent in Georgia. Good memories. This reminds me, reminiscent of Georgia, some stuff I did in Georgia. Well, I do feel that too many people here, their mindset is so negative about where they live, about their lives, about everything. It's all about mindset. You make your own economy. Yeah, exactly, dude. I don't care if this place is broke. I'm gonna make my own economy out here, man. You know? I'm gonna make my own economy. I'm working, by the way. I'm working 12 hours a day between all my YouTube channels. Even today is Sunday. I said, nope, we're gonna go for a walk. We're gonna do a live stream. That negative mindset is everywhere. Yep. But here it's very predominant. Like, people here seem like a lot, not everybody, but too many people just quit on life. They've quit trying, man. You know, like, there's this Facebook group that I joined. It's called Montgomery City Watch. It's mostly people from Montgomery who just go there to complain about crime and stuff. Can't say I'm cooking, just wanted to say hi. Hey, what's up? Give Katie a big hug and kiss. All right. Where are all the pretty ladies at Alabama? Where do they live? Everywhere in Alabama. Auburn. You want to be in the big cities for that. So, well, I mean, I'm not going to let, like somebody just said right now in the comments, you make your own economy. You absolutely make your own economy. Tennessee now have the bug 2 on the move. Yeah, buddy. The thing about Tennessee for me personally is the weather. I grew up in Kentucky. That would have been the perfect place for me to move back to. Stop the soda. Oh, I stopped the soda so long ago. Yeah, the soda, we're done with soda. Nothing carbonated going into me. I haven't put something carbonated into me in over, I have no idea. Maybe since I've been in Alabama, at least a month or two. And I quit Coca-Cola. That was a big one. I think I'm on 3 years. 3 years since I've drank a Coca-Cola. And I was drinking 4 a day. It's addictive. It's destructive. It messes with your psychological state. We are drinking sweet tea now, and I don't know if they put do they put caffeine in the sweet tea? I'm not sure. Here's the park rules. Do they put caffeine in sweet tea? Because I'm starting to drink sweet tea every day now, and I don't want to get hooked up on another bad thing. Is sweet tea bad? You guys tell me, because I'm hooked on sweet tea now. By the way, I don't know what type of club or event center that is. The local Facebook groups in rural areas are good for finding local resources on the sheep. Yes, I've joined a few rural groups, but I haven't got any hits back. I've asked people if they have junk scrap metal. Not that I want to do that. Tea naturally has caffeine, really? Because I'm trying to get away from caffeine. That's what ruined me in Florida. It messed up my psychological state. I mean, it's bad for you. Put a lemon in it? What's putting a lemon in it do? Does that help like fight back the... Yeah, I don't want to get hooked on... I am hooked on sweet tea now. Use decaffeinated tea to make it very good. I don't know. I mean, I buy it from drive-thrus, so I'm going to guess that they probably put caffeine in it. I haven't even thought about that, man. Maybe I just got hooked on caffeine, and now caffeine's just as bad as all the other crap I've been on with the sweet tea. Even even stuff that's decaffeinated has caffeine. Caffeine is not good for people with mental problems. It's a stimulant. It's a drug. And I have nervous problems. What's going on, y'all? I have problems with my nerves. Oh, it looks like it's here. Is it here? Let's find out. I have nervous problems, and I do not want to aggravate those problems by taking stuff that's going to make it worse, you know? Hey, Empress Lisa, welcome on board. Oh, look at the flower right there. There's a flower. I don't know what type of tree it is, but it's got one lonely flower on it. Right there. Ah, there's 2 flowers right there. Sirens going on. Yep. Look at these 2 flowers right there. So very soon, we're going to enter another stage of living in Alabama, which is the winter time. It'll be very pleasant at first. Yeah, 2 beautiful red flowers. Isn't that nice, Empress Lisa? Whoa. Somebody's stepping on diesel. That's a kid's park. What type of jerk? Come on, man. How are you going to roll coal in a park full of kids? Yeah, the caffeine, and by the way, it will not be easy to get off the caffeine. If you're thinking you're just going to get off of it, and if you're going to try, you're in for a very rude awakening. You're going to have withdrawals. It took me 2 weeks of being at home sick to get off caffeine because I was drinking Coca-Cola every single day. And basically, I didn't really lose weight after I stopped taking it. It wasn't really about stop losing weight. It was about my psychological state. The caffeine was in my system, and I was starting to have all types of negative health effects. So I don't think I lost any weight by stopping it. But what I did, there's sugar and it's supposed to be bad. But what it did do to me is my nerves were just out of control. I was really struggling with my mental health. And getting off it helped, but it was hard. I had withdrawals. If you've ever seen like a heroin addict or something with withdrawals, that's exactly what I went through. Sugar is not good it's very bad for your mental condition. Now, the natural flow of traffic here, everybody walks that way. But I want to walk this way. I don't want to be antisocial. Everybody walks in this direction, so we're just going to walk in this direction. Oh, there's a gazebo here. Nice little gazebo. So this is the walking park in Millbrook. I guess I'll see myself here often because where I live, It's very hilly, so it's a very challenging walk. Like today, I don't want to do a challenging walk. Today, I want like a nice, comfortable walk. Sugar is a stimulant as well. So sweet tea is a stimulant. Oh, look at that squirrel. Hey, squirrel. You want to come to my house so we can eat you? I have been considering, is there something wrong with eating squirrels? Because I've been thinking about doing it. I've actually like really considered eating a squirrel. It's kind of like, well, I want to do it. I don't know if I'd enjoy doing it, but I've definitely been thinking, let's check out this gazebo. I've definitely been thinking about eating a squirrel. Is that wrong? Because it's like, okay, I have a gun, and it's in my yard, and meat costs money and we live in Alabama, and we really got to tighten up our budget. I'm seriously considering it, y'all. And I'm seriously, this is a nice gazebo. This park is a little bit better than what I expected. It didn't look too attractive from far away. Let's check out this gazebo. Very nice gazebo. It says here, that's everything in Alabama. It's a memorial to something or somebody. Sugar is not good for you mentally, your health. Don't some fruits have? I've eaten muskrat. Okay, muskrat. You know what's interesting about muskrats? When I went up to Wisconsin, 2016, I ran into a beaver. Now, I hung out with a guy. Now, he's lived in Wisconsin his whole life. He's basically like a Wisconsin redneck is how I would describe him. We're out in the woods up in northern Wisconsin. I met these guys through the Pigeon Club through YouTube. So I was doing some videos up in Wisconsin. And we went to this park and we saw it was cold as crap even though it was March. We're all wearing our sweaters. We're next to the water and it's freezing cold. And I saw a beaver. I'd never seen one before. And the guy that was there with us, he's like, well, I lived in Wisconsin my whole life. And I ain't never seen a beaver. And now you come over here to vacation and you see one. I'm like, okay, so what? You know, like the guy got mad at me. But we didn't know if it was a muskrat at first. How is muskrat? Does it taste good? Can sugar is natural? They can have rabies? Oh, I didn't know that. Huh, I'll look into that. If they can have rabies. Huh. I don't know. Does it snow in your area? Well, it could snow. It's projected that every 5 years we'll see snow. We'll see snowflakes on an yearly basis. We should see snowflakes every year. We're just north of Montgomery, and from what I understand off my research, it does snow around here, especially just a little bit north of here. But actual accumulation of snow, they predict that every 5 years. So eventually, yes. This year, probably not. Very unlikely that it's going to snow this year, but it could happen. I've been known to make things happen. So, Millbrook. Millbrook is weird. Like, this is the town center where the city hall is and where some of the older buildings are, but they don't have like a downtown like other. Yeah, Fruits have sugar. Jazz and Lisa are back at it. Oh, are they really? Man, I'm gonna have to start charging them for dating fees. I mean, what are those dating websites charging nowadays? I know they can't be too affordable. I had somebody trying to date me earlier. The guy was like, hey, this is Michael, and I met you on some website. And I was like, dude, no. I'm not a woman. Probably not what you're interested in, buddy. And the guy, he was reluctant to believe that I wasn't this woman. And I was like, dude, trust me. I'm not this woman you're trying to talk to. I get disappointed when I see people that are older than me and then they're walking so much faster. I'm like, I am so out of shape. I feel embarrassed about it. I'm so out of shape, it's embarrassing. Probably, no, I don't think it was a troll. The guy seriously was concerned. And he's like, no, dude, I'm Michael. I'm like, I know you're Michael, but I'm not this woman you're looking for. So, oh, there's the po-po, man. Oh, snap. Man, am I getting hood ratty. Whew, I can't believe I just did that. I feel so hood ratty after doing that. You know, I already got my first ticket in Alabama. Yes, and there's nothing I could do to record it because, you know those, what are they called? We're like, those traffic cameras. I got a ticket in Phoenix, Alabama. It's right next to Columbus, Georgia. Miserable place. I only ended up there because I had to go to Columbus, Georgia because there's no Bank of America in Alabama. So because there's no Bank of America here, I ended up having to go to Columbus, Georgia for my Bank of America. Because we had to pay the roofing guy. He wanted cash. Or what was it? I don't know. Something we did, we needed cash. So I had to go to the bank all the way in Georgia to get some money. Because there's no Bank of America here. And on the way to Columbus, Georgia, unfortunately, you got to go through Phoenix, Alabama, one of the most miserable places in Alabama, who apparently charges you $100 if you blow a red light. I pay them their money, and that's $100 less in the bank, which I had to budget it for 1,000 things we need. So here's Millbrook. No Bank of America. No, it makes sense, and I'll tell you why they don't have a Bank of America. Alabama protects its residents, and Bank of America is a criminal organization, and they don't want criminal organizations in Alabama. That's basically the way I would describe it. Let me just pull over here so you guys can get a better view of this town. So there is no Bank of America in Alabama, and it has to do with the state's laws. They don't want a criminal organization to set up shop here. And Georgia has a lot of them. Florida has a lot of them. And I found that out. I use a credit union. I'm going to keep using Bank of America. Not because I want to, but because my banking is so simple that there's no need for anything bigger, better, you could say. I'm going to walk Millbrook. How about that? Oh, the police pulled somebody over there. There's nowhere to cross safely here. I'm just going to run for it. And hopefully I don't get caught for jaywalking. How did you win? All right. So I haven't really spent time in Millbrook yet. We're not too far from here where we live. I do all my stuff in Prattville, even though I'm probably closer to here, just because it's nicer. Bank of America is a criminal organization, man. It really is. There's the City Hall. Right there is City Hall with its luxurious, prominent street corner. And we have gas stations, and there's not really much. Now, there's a barbecue place here in Millbrook that people say is all right. But Bank of America is a criminal, or downright criminal organization. What else could you describe it as? They don't want it here, basically. Oh, dude, look at that truck, man. Hey, Holmes, it's a lowrider, homie. So, yes, what a nice evening for a walk. The weather is great. I know everybody in this town is probably looking at me like, what is a city boy doing walking around with a selfie stick recording in an empty parking lot? People here must think I'm crazy. Why are they criminals? Because the rates that they charge, like they'll charge you $35 for an overdraft fee. Like I've had situations where Bank of America will create a problem and then they'll charge me for it. They're really a bad bank to have. I could have had credit union in Florida. The credit union in Florida that's good is called Suncoast. We had them at first, initially, and then you can't get in unless you have family that has it or something. Are you honestly guilty? Were you honestly guilty, but since you fought, you won it? I don't know what to do, but I'm really upset about that fine. I just sent them their money in anger, pretty much. It's a miserable place, dude. How can a place that miserable be trying to charge people for blowing red lights? I mean, I blew a red light probably because I was scared of being in their town. How about that, man? You know? Miserable town. Poverty, misery. And then they're charging people $100 for blowing a red light. Probably scared to stop at the red light with all the crime they got there. It's one of the most, according to, I think it was Briggs or one of the other online guys that makes lists. I'm not going to say who. Can't remember. So I'm not being specific. But one of the guys that makes online lists, there are no sidewalks in Millbrook. That is disappointing. I think the city needs sidewalks. What if you want to enjoy a walk down Main Street and there's no sidewalks? Sounds like the town I lived in where I was in North Carolina, yeah? Hey, what's up, Mario? How you gonna be a miserable town and then charge people in your miserable town for blowing a red light? If anything, you should pay me for going to your miserable town. That's what I think. I'm mad. I'm really mad. I'm not lying. I'm furious, y'all. I can't believe this city doesn't have sidewalks. I mean, think about, there's like, affordable housing around here. People would need to walk to the grocery store or something, wouldn't they? It's pretty crappy. I ran the red light because I was afraid of being in that. That's what I'm gonna tell them. Sometimes we just pay our way through problems. The easiest thing to do is just to pay for it and consider it done. But I am mad about that. How are you gonna be a miserable town? And I'm not so much for me with a Florida license plate, but come on, for the people that live in that miserable town, to get $100 fine for blowing, it's like predatory, man. Dude, this is Alabama. $100 here is $100. Like in the city, you could blow $100 on a lunch. This is freaking Alabama. How are you gonna charge people $100 for blowing a red light, dude? Like, I'm literally walking on the road now. That's great. I'm literally walking. There's like nobody here. It's a Sunday in Alabama. I'm walking on the road. There's no sidewalks here. And watch a cop pull me over and give me a fine for walking on the road or something. It's a miserable place. How are you gonna give people a fine in a miserable place for blowing a red light? It's like, really, that's what the city spent their money on, a traffic camera? I don't know, it is frustrating. But the easiest thing is to do is just pay it and move along with your life. It really is the easiest thing to do. I'm not gonna lie, this town looks, oh dude, it does, man. All the action's in Prattville, man. Let me get off the road before I get hit by a car. No, dude, it's Alabama, bro. Millbrook doesn't really have much going on. Unless you're on 14 down that way. So, like, yeah, buddy. If it's a small town and they don't have many ways to raise money or revenue for the police and other things, they'll charge you up. So this is a carpet place. Now, I heard they're pretty good. I had somebody, now I don't know if you guys know about quotes and stuff. I recently had somebody try to charge me for a carpet in my master bedroom and closet. You guys ready for this? He wanted $760. $760 the guy wanted to put carpets. I heard to come here. Somebody, and one of my neighbors told me to come to this place, and they'll find. Is that too much? $760. No, yeah, $760 to put carpets in a. It's a 260 square foot, let's say maximum. It's got a big walk-in closet, and it has like 8 different faces. It's not a square room. It's got like the window pops out like a foot, and then it's how these fancier houses they make them all. It's not square. It's got a few cuts. Old country movies, yeah. That building does look cool, don't it? So this is one of the older buildings in town. What a interesting view here. It looks like a building out west. That's too much installation. I think it's too much. I called my brother in Florida. He says, dude, that's like a $500 job in Florida. So in Alabama, I mean, that's expensive. I used to work on that. Okay, so it's a lot. So everybody thinks you're rich here, man. Wonder if you tried any soul food yet since you moved to Alabama. Look, I'm going to be honest. I haven't tried soul food yet. I haven't even done barbecue. And I'm a fanatic of Southern barbecue. And the only thing I've done is I went to Dreamland in Montgomery. And I didn't even want to go there. I went there because Dad wanted to eat there. So yeah, there's not much going on here. Millbrook is a small town. It really is. And all the action here is along the main road, which is 14, which runs back into Prattville. That's where the Walmart is, where the shopping centers are. So this is like the historic core. But a lot of these towns, the historic core isn't really where the action is, you know. Georgia too, you know, like you have your historic town center, but that's not where everything's going on. Everything's not going on in the historic town center. It's all like in the outskirts along the main road. So some of these towns, unless it's a really nice town like Prattville, so Prattville, which is probably less than 10 minutes away, their historic center is really nice. But then again, it's a much nicer town than Millbrook. It's a much bigger town. I wouldn't say nicer, I would say bigger. By the way, last night in Prattville, Saturday night, I think there were 2 or 3 different shootings last night. There was one in a nicer, newer apartment complex had a shooting. There was a shooting. Let's walk back now. Probably. That's the Center for Commerce and whatever. That's where you pull your business permits. So I went to the city hall, and that wasn't the right place to do it. So they sent me over here. This is the Center of Commerce and Economical Growth. Historic Centers of Collier County is Everglades City. Exactly. Good example. Jazz, you've made a perfect example, my friend. Everglades City is the historic core of Collier County. But Everglades City, there's nothing going on there because it's so isolated. Naples, on the other hand, their downtown is incredible because there's more money. So I want to get to the other side of the road, but I really got to find a break between cars here. Hey, from Arkansas, love your channel. Hey, what's up, man? You know what? I almost would have done Arkansas, except for the weather. The only other state that has incredible real estate is Arkansas, other than Alabama. As far as with very little money, you're gonna go really, really far. Nobody's coming. Oh man, I'm holding this stupid phone. I don't know if you're allowed to do this. I'm just gonna go for it. I'm running. So we're on Main Street. Yes, I got my running for the day. We're on Main Street in Millbrook, Alabama. Obviously, this is not the most prestigious little downtown district. It's kind of just, carpet stores, and there's not much going on here. It's not nice. Nonetheless, it's just a place, basically. Arkansas is another place where if you really want to stretch your money, you can really stretch your money. I would have done Arkansas, except for I had how far are you from Florida, Jose? 3 hours. No, 2.5 hours. So I can be in the North Florida. I can be in the state of Florida in 2.5 hours, and I can be in the beaches of Florida in 3 hours. So I think Arkansas is underrated. But here's the problem with Arkansas, and I might be wrong. I had a friend from Arkansas, and yes, we were friends. We were Facebook friends, but we were friends that I met through my other YouTube channel that was pigeon related. We were really cool. No, it's not really crime. We were really cool. He expressed constantly hateful, and maybe I shouldn't judge the entire state. I will do blogs on Florida eventually. I'll get back to Florida eventually. I will. But look, he started to express really hateful stuff on his Facebook, and I deleted him, and then that kind of marked my opinion of Arkansas. But here's the thing about Arkansas. You can get 20 acres on a hill with a decent house for like $100,000. At least when I was looking. I don't know if it's gone up since. So if anybody's more familiar with what's going on right now in Arkansas, you can get really... And there are towns that are doing well in Arkansas. There are suburban towns in Arkansas. So it's not all... It's kind of like me. I'm in Alabama, but I'm between Millbrook and Prattville. So I'm between 2 decent-sized cities. There are decent cities in Fayetteville? Can't remember. But you can get in Arkansas 20 acres on a hill with a view, right? Yeah, it's cheaper than Alabama. Arkansas is cheaper, especially the land side. Arkansas is one of those places where, dude, if you just want a cabin up in the woods where you can hunt on your own land, you can do that so affordably in Arkansas. It's crazy. But I do think that the people there are more backward. I'm sorry. There's just no other. I'm trying to find a better description. But it seems like Arkansas might be a little bit more backwards than Alabama even. So, there are Latinos there. I just felt that like by my friend that lived there, and maybe I just knew the wrong person or something. But my friend that lived there, was my friend on Facebook, his mindsets, opinions were so backwards that I told Katie, it's not gonna work. Yeah, it is kind of slow on a Sunday, but then again, you're in Alabama, and two, it's a Sunday. Again, Alabama on a Sunday. Compared to other places in Alabama, this is alive. At least you go to some of these towns on a Sunday, you can be the only person like in the whole town. So this isn't too bad. I mean, there's still a few gas stations open. Most of these small Alabama towns don't have one gas station open. Like here, they have like 5. So take that with a grain of salt. For being Alabama, it's not too bad. I've seen this truck twice already. I don't like that. Nothing against the person, but I don't like seeing cars twice when I'm going for a walk. I still have that Florida mindset where everybody's out to get you. Maybe I'm wrong. This is a po-po, man. Oh, snaps, the police, man. Very well patrolled. Very well patrolled. Yep. So there's a lot of cops here. No, for a little town in Alabama, this is actually pretty legitly. There's a lot going on for being in Alabama on a Sunday. Like, dude, there's towns in Alabama that don't have this much action on a Monday morning. Does this friend have a YouTube channel? The one that had... No, I blocked him a long time ago. And I just kind of... Once I don't like somebody, I just blocked him. I never hear from him again. So we're not in contact anymore. We had a hobby in common. That's how we met. And his views were so messed up that maybe that's what changed my whole perception about Arkansas, just based on this one person. Because he was showing me, like, the real estate there. And I was like, wow. Yeah, you can get, like, 20 acres. Like, literally, you get 20 acres for something, like, with a nice house on it for, like, $100,000. And he was telling me, like, you can offer less and they'll take it, you know? So, Arkansas is affordable. However, if you're not Southern, I would really recommend putting strong consideration whether you want to do that to yourself. You really have to be ready for that. I mean, like, it's too much of a leap. When will you expose real estate from up north? Look, man, I'm focused on what I got in front of me right now. I've done a fair job I have to warn people, basically. I have to, you're right. I do have to make a top 10 video of things or warnings that I should, things you should avoid, things you should watch out for with real estate in Florida. Because there are a lot of really shameful practices. There's no way to cross. If you're walking here, this city is not walkable. Is that a church? Looks nice. That's City Hall. It looks like a City Hall looks like a church. Yeah, it's City Hall. How much they changed for regular gas over there? 176. How's that? Is that good compared to other areas? 176 right now. 176. It doesn't look trashy though. You guys see anything trashy yet? I haven't seen anything trashy. Is it safe to walk around in the dark there? Well, I'm walking around with a $1,000 device in my hand. Between the cell phone and the selfie stick. This is a $1,000 setup. If you've seen how many times the police has drove through here, you would think it's very well patrolled. But that doesn't mean somebody's not going to pop out of the bush and slap you upside the head and take your camera. So I make a very easy target right about now. But again, if they figure out you're live streaming, it'd be pretty stupid to... So this is City Hall here. And there are a lot of people walking at the park. So I'm going to head back over to the park here in a minute. Hey, we got 71 people on. That's cool. 176 South Carolina. Yeah, South Carolina is cheap for gas. So this is the Millbrook City Hall. And the City Hall of Millbrook. There you go. Now, yeah, it's a nice building. The people here are awesome. Very helpful people. Anything that you need to do here in Alabama, there's not all that much. Anything that you need to do in Alabama is easy, basically. If you're pulling permits, whether you're building a building or trying to get a business license, they really... Temperature's 79 degrees. So, Jose, you were talking about getting a ticket. Did this happen to you? Yep. Did this happen to you? Are you having to walk or you just... No, I'm out for a stroll. Are there MS-13? I saw it in back to beautiful Phoenix City, Alabama, where I got my ticket. Right across from there is the unfortunate town of Columbus, Georgia, and they had MS-13 graffiti. There aren't even that many Latinos here. and there aren't established. Like the Latinos here are kind of just migrant workers, so I don't think they're gangbanging. I think there's better places to gangbang than this. I don't think they'll put up with that garbage. I haven't seen, the only gang graffiti I've seen in Alabama, outside of big cities, I gotta make a run for it, y'all. Let's go for it. There's like no safe way to cross. This city's not very walkable. It really isn't. I think it's safe. You got people hanging out here in the parking lot, so it can't be too bad if there's people hanging out late at night. And there's still people walking the park, so if there's people walking the park, can't be too bad. I haven't seen too many Chinese. There are a lot of Koreans. Now the Koreans are here because there's the Hyundai and the Kia plant. I could really go for that fountain here. There's that Kia plant. I got a cam ticket in Jasper County, South Carolina. How illegal they are at the time they dropped the ticket quickly after my wife called. So I'm sure I could have called them. And here's the other thing about that ticket. You guys want to hear the really scary thing about that ticket? Because that's not even the worst part. You know what the worst part is? Okay, check this out. That ticket wasn't even sent to my new address. They sent that ticket back to Florida. And I'm not even in Florida. I by chance, I randomly remember my dad was walking. I guess I was talking on the phone with my dad. And he was like, yeah, I'm walking past your house right now. I said, oh, check the mail and see if there's anything in it. And it was in the mail in Florida. Could you imagine if I had got a ticket and like, what would have happened? Like, they'd suspend your license. How do I like the weather opposed to Naples? So far, I really like the weather here. According to the City Hall, right over there, City Hall. According to City Hall, which is right over there. According to City Hall, it's 79 degrees. I changed my address, but how? Okay, if they, like, let's say you get a ticket, right? And they sent it back to Florida and I don't live there anymore. Let's say I hadn't got that ticket, what would have happened? They would have probably suspended my license. I guess you press this button and you drink some water out of this fountain. Does it work? Let's see if it works. Oh, it shoots water really high. Hold on, guys. Tastes like copper oxide. Ugh. So I don't know what would have happened. Like, would that fine, like, would they have sent that fine to, I don't know. I think they would have suspended my license eventually, right? Lots of cops means lots of crime. Well, here's the thing. We're really close to this main road here. This is Main Street right here. This is Main Street. And Main Street goes into Montgomery, Alabama. We're probably, 15 minutes from Montgomery, Alabama. Montgomery, Alabama has some of the highest crime rates. Jose, did you ever get your Florida badge? Did you ever see the Panther? I never got to see a Florida Panther. If Florida really wanted me, I would have seen a Florida Panther. Do you know how much work I put in? I'm not going to exaggerate. I probably put maybe a year of my life in trying to see a Florida Panther. I don't have a Florida license. I got an Alabama license. But I have a feeling, I have a really distinct feeling that if my dad hadn't got the mail for me in Florida, these people would have canceled my new Alabama license for that ticket. I have a feeling that could have really been a problem for me. So I'm really upset. I'm really upset because, like, not only did I get a ticket, but dude, what if my dad hadn't got the mail for me? What would have happened? I don't like that city. When I make my top 10 worst places in Alabama, they're going to be number 1. And they probably are. Those Korean workers are regular workers, or they own some kind of business. Well, here's what I heard one of my, somebody in Alabama, I can't remember who it was. I was talking to somebody here in Alabama, and they were like, yeah, these Koreans, they own everything. So I guess they're well off because they're here for the Hyundai Kia jobs. So I guess they own a lot more stuff than that. Like, I guess if they bring a Korean here, they're probably well off or something. Oh, I mentioned selling the drone. Okay, here's the thing with the drone. If I use, okay, let's say I use it, right? I gotta take a class before I can use it, which is fine. It's $150. I pay the $150 and I take the class, right? That's not a problem. Okay, I pay the $150. I take the class. That's not a big deal. Let's say that by any reason of life, I make a violation of the drone regulations. Let's say They already pardoned me. They were supposed to give me $5,000 fine. And actually, they could have gone all the way up to $24,000, I believe. Which would have just been devastating. Can you imagine that? Oh, unbelievable. So, if I do fly the drone, and by any reason I have a misappropriation, I will have guaranteed, because I've already had a warning, I will have a $5,000 fine. So, now you think about that. Let's say I get my drone flying now and I don't have a problem, but by any chance anything happens, I violate a law, and you could violate a law without knowing it. Even if you pass the test, even if you learn how to fly a drone, you could make the mistake of breaking the law. I would be liable for a $5,000 fine. I think at this point, I'm going to make a YouTube video explaining, hey, you guys did a GoFundMe. You guys bought me this drone. And now, if I fly this drone and I make a violation of any sort, doesn't have to be any, and there's a lot of reasons why you could violate a law. Even if I studied, I passed a class, there's always the potential that somebody could say, oh, you flew too close to my property. Why would I put myself in a position where I could get a $5,000 fine? Why would I do that to myself? I'm going to grab the drone. I'm going to make a video. I'm going to say, here's my drone. You guys bought it for my GoFundMe, and we're going to put it on eBay, and we're going to sell it. And whatever money we make off of that drone could be for a trip back, or it could go for equipment. We'll have to invest that money back into the channel, because it's the correct thing to do since you guys bought it. You have a Maverick Mini. Cool. I'm not going to risk a $5,000 fine. And it's very disappointing. I'm going to express that my subscribers paid for this for me. That I'm going to be upset. I'm going to say this is why the FAA, blah 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 blah, and this is why we're going to get rid of the drone. I'm going to make a very thorough video explaining exactly all my frustration of the FAA and what they're doing to the drone hobby. And that as a YouTube creator, I have this tool that is very great, and I had to let go of it because their regulations and their rules are so... And on the other side of it, there are so many people doing so many stupid things with drones on the internet that you can almost understand why they have to be that way. However, I wasn't violating drone laws. What happened with me was that they wanted me to have a commercial license for YouTube, and for me, YouTubing is a hobby. The reason I believe that is because the IRS considers YouTubing a hobby. So when I go to pay my taxes, whatever I make on YouTube, I can't use that to finance a vehicle or to consider income. They won't. The IRS does not consider YouTube income. I can't buy a house with it. I can't use it as no mosquitoes, no no-shims tonight. But wait, here in Millbrook, back where I live, maybe 5 miles from here or so, the minimum wage in Alabama is less than $8 an hour. Let that soak in. If you're really thinking about moving here, let that number sink in. $8 an hour is the minimum salary. That is... okay, I'm not even going to lie. That's City Hall right there. That's City Hall. I can't remember if it was City Hall or if it was the Commerce building. It might have been City Hall. It could have been City Hall, or it might have been the other building that I showed you guys earlier. One of those two buildings was hiring. And they were hiring at $7... You guys ready for this? $7.75 an hour. So, just let that soak in. $7.75. The city or the county is hiring at $7.75 an hour. Dude, that is miserable. And then you get taxed on top of that. So no, I can't use, no, you can't use, the IRS considers YouTube a hobby. So my YouTube income, I can't use it to buy a house. I can't use it to do anything. It's not a real job. It's a hobby. So if the IRS considers my income as a hobby, why does the FAA is trying to force me to get my commercial license? The IRS considers it a hobby. Why can't you consider it a hobby? They won't. And for that specific purpose, I got into an argument with the FAA people, and I could have won the argument if I had $10,000 for lawyers. So do you want to win an argument? You want to pay $10,000 to win an argument? I don't think so. So somebody says here, some states is 725. Ouch. What about people on 1 million subscribers? No, I don't think so. Unless the bank that they're using, for the loan approves it. But the IRS itself does not consider it income. Southern states usually have a much lower cost of living, so therefore, naturally, jobs will also pay less. Lower incomes equals lower pay. That's just a logical assumption. So yeah, with affordability comes. But what I'm trying to do is, I'm trying to bring my Florida income to Alabama's housing price. There's the clear waters of the creek. So, and there are people here that have money, don't get me wrong. And it's just about everybody that I've had to try to hire seems like they want to make a killing. Like, I've tried to hire people here, and what they want to charge you for work is absolutely insane. It is insanity. Like I told you guys, it is insane. Like I said, the guy that wanted to do the carpet job, he wanted to charge me for my master bedroom, which is less than 260 square foot with a walk-in closet. And the material that he was using, I know for a fact, is the cheapest material you can buy. He wanted $760. I told him, dude, do it for $700. He said no. And then I called him back and I said, dude, I got somebody to do it for $500 or $600. Because that's what I called my brother in Florida. And he said, dude, that's a $500 or $600 thing. Don't pay this guy no $760 for that carpet job. And he hasn't called back or anything. So it seems like the guy that did the roofing job wanted. It's like everybody you deal with here wants to charge an arm and a leg for everything. They think because I'm from Florida, I'm like a millionaire or something. I don't know, but I can't get anybody to work for me. Everybody thinks I'm a millionaire. I'm going to sit down for a minute here. It's like everybody thinks I'm a millionaire or something, Oh, this bench feels good. I've walked for 75 minutes. What do you guys think? You think that's a good walk for somebody my size? 75-minute walk. 73 minutes. Are there Venezuelan rich gangsters and Italian mafia? Venezuelans are all rich for the most part if they ended up in Florida. Rich or well-to-do. I'm not sweating at all. In fact, I can feel underneath my armpits and on my legs, I can feel that I'm burnt. Like underneath my armpits from my arm swinging around, I feel that I've burnt my skin because I'm not sweating. It's too dry, so instead of sweating, I actually end up kind of burning myself. I wish I could get a better view. Let's see if there's a more conveniently located bench so I can at least get a view of that gas station. No, you should sweat, but you don't. No, there's no sweat here. It's 79. According to the City Hall temperature reading, it's 79 degrees. So you won't sweat at 79 degrees. I don't know what the relative humidity is. But I haven't sweat, and it's bad because if you don't sweat, underneath your armpits and your legs, anything that rubs will pretty much burn so bad. So I can tell you I'm gonna need to lotion up when I get home. I feel so dry. It's nice, it's comfortable, but it's not good. I think I should probably put on lotion or something before I go for walks and carry water because it's so, what am I looking for? Kind of dry, I don't know. How's your blood pressure? I don't know, but this hasn't been an aggressive walk. It's been a very, kind of a stroll, really. It hasn't been an aggressive walk. So, yes. No, this is in Florida, I couldn't walk. Florida just went through a heat wave, didn't they? I had somebody telling me that they just went through a heat wave in Florida, which, God, that sucks. Hey, I've been walking every day since The ride the buses in here in Jacksonville. Yeah, in Jacksonville. By the time you get to like Tallahassee, Jacksonville, the weather is so much more pleasant. South Florida is it's an oven. It's a humidity oven. It's like walking into a sauna, man. It's unbearable, really. It really is unbearable. I can say as a negative observation that the police is very aggressive here, especially in areas that are kind of not rich. You interpret that however you want. See what's going on there at the gas station. When you say rich Venezuelans, are they drugged? No. Not necessarily anything bad. No. They got a lot of money. They fled Venezuela because of communism. They got money. When you flee your country because of communism, you're rich. It's like all the Cubans that came to Florida. I wonder if I can just lay this down here. Give me a second, y'all. I'm tired of holding this tripod-looking thing here. Oh, here we go. You're not supposed to touch this thing? Yeah, okay. So, here we go. I'm just going to lay this here. And we can kind of talk. I just need a break, y'all. I haven't seen a human near you in 2 hours. There's actually, what I do is I don't try to record people because it's awfully rude. But if you look by the park over there, there's about 40 people gathered over there barbecuing. And there's about 5 people, I don't know if they left yet. They left, but there was about 5 people hanging out over here. So, people here don't really walk. Earlier in the day, if you saw the beginning of the live stream, there was more people out and about earlier. So let's keep an eye on this gas station across the street, see what's going on over there. Just to give us some idea of what's going on here. Oh, I lost a few people. We're up to 73 people. Is there a Home Depot? Yeah, there's a Home Depot's in a low 15 minutes from where I live. So 15 minutes from where I live, there's a Home Depot and there's a Lowe's. So there's a Home Depot and there's a Lowe's here. And there's also, I guess that's all for hardware stores. Yeah, so within 15 minutes, actually, I'm closer to a lot more things than I was in Florida here, believe it or not. So there's a lot of things. You guys see like a glare at the top of my screen? Maybe it's just my cell phone. Somebody's honking a horn over there. Been a lot of shootings in the last few days. Maybe we'll catch a live shooting at this gas station eventually. All right, so there was two or three shootings last night in Prattville. Prattville's next town over. Very nice town, but they did have some shootings last night. I'm trying to get this glare off the screen. I don't know if I can just move it around a little bit and get this glare off. Have you been to Birmingham? Yeah, we went to Birmingham. We did some videos in Birmingham. We did videos of the house. I did every housing project in Birmingham. For some reason, I thought that video would get me 1 million views, but apparently it didn't. Oh, there's another gas station here. This one seems more interesting. So yeah, I did Birmingham. We went into Birmingham. We did the housing projects, and we did the suburbs of Homewood and a few other places. We also did a video by Vulcan Park. So I did at least 3 videos in Birmingham. It's an hour's drive, so we'll do Birmingham again more often. Did you say crime was one reason why you didn't want to move? Is that question aimed at me or somebody else? I mean, I don't feel threatened here. I'm definitely alert, but I don't feel threatened. When it feels more dangerous, Fort Myers, Jacksonville, Montgomery is on a whole different level. You guys want to go to Montgomery? I'll take you guys to Montgomery. You guys want to go to Montgomery? I can probably put the dash. I can drive into you guys want to do a live stream driving through Montgomery at night? They pull a body from the Manatee River this morning. Yeah. Hold on, guys. I think my screen's fogging up. I don't know if it is. Let's see if I can do that. You guys want me to drive through the ghetto? We can do a live stream. Drive through like the worst parts of Montgomery. You guys want to do that? Oh yeah, there's actually a cotton mill here. Sorry, what was the winters like? So comparing Montgomery to Jacksonville, of course, if I'm driving to Montgomery, I won't be able to answer your questions. I'll just have to put the camera down while I'm driving. I can talk to you, but I won't read anything back. So, we're down to 67 people. We've lost a few people. Jacksonville at night. Actually, Jacksonville, let's find out what Montgomery's like at night. You guys want to do it? I haven't done it yet. It's a Sunday night, so it's not going to be too bad. Jacksonville at night. I did Jacksonville at night. Nobody saw the video, of course. For some reason, the stuff that I think is interesting isn't. No, do I feel safe? dude, if you're, why would somebody hurt you? I'm not a, I mean, I wouldn't feel afraid. Why would I be afraid? Why would I be afraid? Driving an hour to the city to work, that's not good. I can be in Montgomery in 15 minutes. So I live in this area here. So I'm about 20 minutes from Montgomery. All right, you guys want to do it? We're going to go into Montgomery. Now, I won't be able to... First, we got to find a place where I can sit down. Oh, there is a way I can do it. Y'all chill with me for a minute, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Because what I can do is I have this sticky thing that I bought where I can put the cell phone on the dash. And you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. Somebody said their hood at night is scary. Where are you at, man? Let's see here. My hood at night is kind of scary. Oh, in Jacksonville. Oh, you live near Montclair. Yeah, I bet it's scary there at night. Yeah, that's definitely a scary. I went there at night. Your neighborhood where you live, man, I was there at night. And I can definitely say it is scary to be there at night. Let me, I got to put the camera in a really safe place so I can't be driving around holding the camera. I have to place it on the sticky pad. How do you turn the lights on in here? I'm still getting used to this SUV. There we go. We have some light. So, yeah, don't be afraid to run a red light if shit gets real off. I don't care. Yeah, I'll blow a red light. That's not good enough though. Give me a second, guys. I have this thing here, and I can put my phone on this, and then with this, basically, you guys will see exactly what I see. So let's take the phone off of, and I'll show you guys the stand that I'm using. It's fighting back. I gotta turn it off. Let me turn this thing off. You have to turn it off because, there we go. So this is what I've been using. Oh no! It wants me to rotate it back. Is that it? Okay, so this is the stand that I've been, and I could lose signal. I don't know if there's signal that way. So this is what I've been using while I'm walking around. It's from DJI. It's DJI, but everybody says DJI, so I don't know what the deal is with that. So I don't have my gun on me. No gun. We're going to go into Montgomery at night. Glad to hear you are relocating to Phoenix, Alabama. No, Phoenix. Glad to hear. No, Phoenix, Alabama, dude. It's cheap there, the housing and all, but trust me, you don't want to live there. So this thing, let me figure this out. So this thing's going to go. I can't believe we're doing this. We're driving to Montgomery at night. All right, on a Sunday, though. It's not like a Friday night. So this, I wish I had brought my GoPro because then I could record. All right, guys, so let's do this. This car is on gas hogger. You guys would not believe. Oh, by the way, it looks blue on my cell phone, but in real life, it's actually green. So I don't know why it looks a different color. I agree with Katie. What's Katie said? Somebody's agreeing with Katie. Don't do it. Oh, Katie, come on, man. Go there at night. You're going to get hurt, my little baby. I'm a grown man. So this has to go like this, and then I got to twist this. So you guys are going to have to just chill for a minute while I latch this thing. Katie says, don't. You're going to die. We're running Montgomery. It's not that far from here. The only thing that's going to lost you guys. No. I lost signal. What? Did I lose you guys? I lost signal for like a second. I lick that. You're not supposed to lick it, but I'm licking it. Okay, so that's like that. And I go like this. And then I latch it on, and boom, we're on. So now you guys are seeing what I'm seeing. And I won't be able to communicate with you guys because I'm driving. I mean, I can probably see what you guys are saying. I wish I had like a... You know what YouTube should do with these live streams? They should like read it back to you. By the way, driving to Montgomery without playing music at night, not cool. I wish I had another cell phone so Katie could read back to me what... I wonder if I can have a conversation. Anyway, so this is Millbrook, and we're heading to Montgomery. It's not too far of a drive. Seems like this is going to hold pretty steady. So, all right, we're heading to Montgomery, guys. On a live stream, heading to Montgomery at night. And we're going to compare it to driving through Jacksonville or Fort Myers. I can tell you Fort Myers is nothing compared to... I'm going to put this a little bit higher. It's a little bit too low on the screen. So you guys can kind of entertain each other. So it's not too far. It's like a 15-minute drive to downtown. Katie already said don't do it. So, hey, gas is 187 here. Maybe we should just drive into Prattville. I don't know. But anyways, guys, overall, I mean, compared to Jacksonville, I think Montgomery is a lot... I mean, statistically, it's a lot more dangerous than Montgomery. So, like, what you think or what you feel kind of doesn't matter. statistically, Montgomery is much more dangerous than it is. So we're just driving through Millbrook now. I mean, we're gonna have to commute into Montgomery. Now, what's gonna be crazy is on my way back, I'm still using Google Maps to get around. So I'll drive into Montgomery. I just don't know how I'm driving out. You know. And eventually, once I'm on the other side, I'll stop somewhere and I'll look through the comments real quick. So I'll be able to read your guys' comments here in a little bit. There's another gas station. How many gas stations does this town have, man? There's a gas station right here. This one's called a pit stop. Wow. I think I might be going the wrong way. I think I was supposed to turn on Alabama River. Either way, we'll end up in Montgomery because we're heading south. So anyways, guys, yeah, I know this is kind of a boring stretch. Have I lost a lot of people? Probably. We'll be there soon. I think this is Alabama River here. So I think this is the one I got to turn into. Yeah, we go 65 south. That's where we got to go. So we're going to be... This is still Millbrook here. Everything out here is Millbrook. Actually, I think there's a sign there. It says, welcome to Millbrook somewhere. There's a big W with a blue W. What is that? I don't know what that store is. Is that guy collecting scrap metal? And ATVs. You'll see a lot of people hauling ATVs here at night. Especially during the weekend. It's like the thing to do here. So we'll be... Hey, I wonder... You know what I wondered is... I have a hotspot now. I could probably live stream with my laptop, and then I'll have a bigger screen, big enough to where I can see you guys' comments, actually. So, all right. So I think this is Alabama River. This will take us to downtown Montgomery once we get on 65. But you know, I will have to commute. I mean, the thing about jobs is too, like, if I commute into Montgomery, I can get a good job in Montgomery. I've just been reluctant to want to take that commute. I've been hoping that I would find a decent job here in the suburbs, but realistically, I'm going to have to run back into... is that an old fire truck? It is, ain't it? Hold on, y'all. I want to check this out. Oh, there goes my $200... Is that a fire truck? It's an old fire truck. Why is the door open at night? Like, Alabama, you'll find the weirdest things. That's an old fire truck. Look at that thing. Oh, I guess you can look at it. Dude, that is so cool. It's like an old fire truck. Look at that. Alabama, the stuff you'll see roadside here in Alabama is just incredible. Let me put this away properly. Because I paid like $300 for this thing. Or I don't remember what I paid for it. But I don't want to see it flying around like that. It is way too expensive of a tool to just let it fly like that. Oh, there it is. That locked away. So... All right, guys, what are your thoughts so far? If you're just tuning in, we're driving into Montgomery. Yeah, in Alabama, you'll see the craziest things on the side of the road. Like here you have this antique fire truck. There's so much weird stuff in Alabama. So we're going to run into Montgomery at night on a live stream. Southern Hood Blogs, who else? And actually, there's some more cool stuff over here. Looks like there's... Oh, wow, I don't even know what this stuff is. It's just some, like, old stuff, man. Look at that, dude. They got some really old stuff there. It's surprising, very dark for being closer to a major city. Yeah, it is. But the thing about Montgomery is we're above the this is a restaurant. Oh, cool. This is a catfish house. So this is actually a restaurant. I thought it was like a fire station. They got some cool stuff in Alabama everywhere you go. It is dark for being near Montgomery. But again, it's a sun. Well, it doesn't matter. It's a big city. There's always lights on. And you know what? I haven't been able to see the stars yet as good as I thought I would. For being how dark it is out here, it is surprisingly dark. Both Prattville and Millbrook sit like on a plateau right over Montgomery, so you can actually tighten up my seatbelt. I should play some radio, man. The radio stations out here aren't that good. Man, it is dark. You guys are right. This is like a dark drive, man. There's like, it's so dark. There's like nothing out here. We're going up a mountain now. So we're doing, guys, if you're just tuning in, is we're driving to Montgomery from Millbrook. I can already see the interstate, hopefully. It's pretty much a dark, boring stretch of road here. All right, so now we're by the highway. There's a restaurant up here, up on that hill too. It's a bar. It's called Fantail. I don't know if anybody's been to that one yet. It seems like a good one. Katie was against me coming in here at night. She's like, "Don't do it. Don't go to. You're not supposed to go to Montgomery at night. Basically, even the people that live in Montgomery at night don't go to Montgomery at night." I should have probably grabbed the water. There's a bunch of hotels here, gas stations. Is this really shaky? How shaky is this? Let me stop by a gas station real quick. So, it's not really focusing that well. There's a few gas stations here. I don't know why the camera's not focusing the way it's supposed to. Maybe if I hold it for a second, it might fix itself. So that's Interstate 65. We're going to run down into Montgomery at night. Oh, this is why I get those tickets. There we go. They better not send me that ticket. All right, so now we're getting on 65 southbound, going into Montgomery at night. If it was daytime, you would be able to see the skyline of Montgomery from here in the daytime. Oh, you can see it. I don't know how well you guys can see this. Look, you can see the skyline at night. Look. It's all lit up and pretty. Look at that. Oh, wow, man. That's awesome. I don't know how well you guys can see it, but the skyline is pretty nice. All right, we're driving to Montgomery at night. We're on 65 heading southbound. This is going to be my commute if I decide to move out here. The good thing is that once you're on 65, it's a pretty easy stretch of road. Once you're on 65, you're pretty much homebound. I think they've already paved the highway here, so we'll be in Montgomery in a very... Hank Williams Memorial Highway. The highway here is named after Hank Williams. So we'll be in downtown Montgomery briefly, and I should have brought my pistol. It's all good. We left it at the house of Katie. Katie didn't want me to come out here at night. We'll find out. It is a Sunday, but they shot last night. I don't know what happened last night in Montgomery, but in Prattville there was 2 or 3 different shootings last night. So it's a pretty easy drive. We're almost to the capital of Alabama now, guys. We'll be there soon. There's still a lot of construction going on here. The first time I drove through here, I cracked my windshield on the truck because they're doing construction. There's rocks and stuff in the way. So we'll be in downtown Montgomery in no time, in some pretty scary neighborhoods. So I'll drive through some residential areas. I smell gasoline. I hope it's not my vehicle. The gas mileage on this truck is so bad, you guys have no idea. I'm really reconsidering not like trading this car in or selling it. I'm thinking about selling it and getting like a Mercury or something that's comfortable but not so bad on gas. The gas mileage on this SUV is so bad. It's like unbearable, the gas mileage. So it really is. Like I love. Okay, we're now in Montgomery County, so we're already in Montgomery County. The gas mileage is really, really horrible. Basically, it's bad. Like, I love the SUV, how comfortable it is. I love the car itself, but man, every time I look at that gas gauge, it's so bad on gas. You know what I mean? And we paid $12,000 for this thing, so like, that's a lot of money all going in one direction, you know? I bet I could probably get a Mercury, like a Grand Wagon, not a Grand Wagoneer, what am I talking about? A Grand Marquis. I could probably get a Grand Marquis for like, what would a Grand Marquis run you, like $5,000 or $6,000? And then have some money left over, because this thing was $12,000 at the top end of our budget, and then on top of that, the gas mileage sucks. It's really bad on gas. So if you're tuning in, we're almost to Montgomery, Alabama. We're driving into the capital of Alabama, Montgomery. I can already see the skyline up ahead, so we're almost there. We'll be there very soon, and we're gonna drive around some pretty rough neighborhoods at night. A lot of these YouTubers, I need to buy a water. They want to talk about the hood. They want to talk about poor neighborhoods. I'd love to see one of these YouTubers go actually do this, man. You know? So we'll find out for sure what the deal is at night in Montgomery. I've heard you're not supposed to do it, period. I've heard Even people that live here don't do it, so it's supposed to be pretty bad. So you can already see the skyline up ahead. So we're almost to Montgomery. I'm gonna drive through downtown first and get an idea what's going on in downtown before we head into some residential neighborhoods. So we're almost there, guys. Montgomery is supposedly it's the safest city of the big cities in Alabama. I have a hard time with that notion. I mean, you're comparing it to Mobile and Birmingham and Huntsville, but at the same time, by no means a safe city, especially at night. So, all right, the next 5 exits are Montgomery, and we're gonna get off in the first few exits, and we're gonna drive through downtown and then into the neighborhoods. So it's not a bad commute. It's what, 15 minutes? 15 minutes to be in Montgomery. And I'm actually gonna take 85 instead of going into downtown. I'm gonna take 85. I know the camera's kind of shaky because the roads here is in bad shape, but we're actually gonna take 85 and get off maybe on Perry Hill or something. I don't know, we'll figure it out. We'll see what exit we get off on. I know is it shaky? The camera's shaky for you guys? Alright guys, we're pretty much practically in Montgomery now. We just gotta pick an exit now to get off on. I think I'm gonna go in downtown. Normally I would use my phone as a GPS, so I kind of freestyling here. We're just gonna kind of see what happens as we go. I used to watch this channel. I don't watch it anymore. I think it's called Big Rigs, and they do a lot of, like, he live streams driving across the country. I watched it for a while, but then I kind of got bored of it. It wasn't really fun. The people in the live shot in that channel were really fun. It was a really fun channel. So now we're practically in Montgomery, Alabama, the capital of Alabama at night. It wasn't that long of a drive. You can see, I wish I could show you guys this way. I don't know how well you can see. The skyline's right on this side. I can't twist it enough. We're gonna go on 85 and get off on the first exit, north towards Atlanta. Now this is always confusing to me because 85 says north, but it's really east. It always confuses me with this north sign. So even the people that live here don't usually go out at night in Montgomery, so we're about to find out. We're gonna get on this Atlanta exit. I'm going kind of slow now. How about we just keep driving to Florida, everybody? Should I keep driving to Florida? Atlanta. Welcome to Atlanta, where the players play, and we ride on them things like every day. Maybe we should just keep driving to Atlanta, guys. What do you guys think? It's about a 2.5 hour drive to Atlanta from here. What do y'all think? Should we make it to Atlanta? I'm not reading your comments, but if you guys comment, I can see what you're commenting. So if you guys are commenting, it lets me know I'm not talking to I can't really read it, but I can see your little things popping up. So I don't know how many people are on board. I'm not going to look at it now that I'm on the highway. Once I stop somewhere, I'll check in with you guys. We'll be there real soon, guys. We're almost about to pick an exit here. In fact, we're going to get off at the first exit we can here in downtown Montgomery. I've seen some pretty rough neighborhoods right near downtown, so that's where we're heading right now. Court Street. That sounds like, let's try this Court Street and see what happens here. Although I think if I go one more street that way, because downtown is pretty much, I don't know, there might be. Let me find out. I need a water so bad. My mouth is so dry. Here's a gas station. Maybe I should buy a water. Alabama State University. So we're in downtown Montgomery at night. Gas is 187. Let's see here. Supposedly it's supposed to be pretty insane here at night. We'll find out. We'll see what the hoods look like. I mean, there's a gas station here. It looks like beyond this gas station is pretty much, let's just show here for a minute. I'm gonna catch up with you guys for a minute, and then we'll keep it rolling. I might want to get some water or something. You guys watch me, might go in there and get some water for a minute. We're in Montgomery, Alabama. We got 70 people watching. Rhode Island's worst. Google it. Okay. So let me, we're pretty much in Montgomery, y'all. I don't know what neighborhood we're gonna go into. I'm just gonna like freestyle. I want to buy a water, so I'm gonna leave you guys. I'm gonna leave you guys in the truck while I run in there and buy a water real quick. I'll park where you guys can at least get a view of what's going on. Let me park right here. So this is Montgomery, Alabama at night. Just park right here like we're getting gas, even though we're not. All right, guys. So I'm parked. I can read you guys' comments. What do we got going on? Bring some back if the highway ends in an odd number. Gas station looks nice. Yeah, it does. You're going into the hood, Papito. Yeah, we're gonna go into the hood. Gas station, aka Stop and Rub. If you got gas money, head to Florida. Well, I'm gonna go in there and grab a water or something real quick because I'm thirsty as crap. I'm gonna leave the phone in here. You guys can get a feel for the area, and basically I need to find out, but I can't really. I'm gonna go in there for a minute. All right, I'm gonna get some water real quick. I'll be right back. And basically, I wish I had Google Maps, but I can't go open up Google Maps and make a route. We're just gonna go freestyle, I guess. I'm gonna grab some water real quick. Man, they want $3 for that water. That is criminal, Montgomery. Do not come to this gas station. $3 for the water. Are you kidding me, bro? That's insane, man. Nice Cadillac. Yeah, man. People got nice cars here. So you guys ready for touring the hood, y'all? Let's do it. Can you guys believe that? That is insane. $3 for that water. You can get a 24. I know you can get a 24 pack for $3, man. That is criminal. Unbelievable. Man, I thought somebody gave me a $2 live stream. I thought, okay, if I buy a water, at least, you know, somebody bought me a water for my walk today, right? Are you kidding me, bro? That is insane. $3? Man, what is this, New York City or something? Unbelievable. All right, guys, so we're gonna tour the hoods now for real. That's insane, bro. Now I'm gonna put this. I want to put this somewhere where I can see. Hold on, y'all. I want to be able to read some of the comments occasionally. I'm not gonna be able to read them while I'm driving, but occasionally, if I go on the side view, and I'll be able. Oh, I can read the comments now. Great. So this will work. Let me just put it a little bit higher, so it doesn't obstruct my vision. Well, it doesn't, because I can just look in here and see it. So I can actually. Well, Katie's at home. We got water at home. We won't have to get price gouged at home. So, guys, we're about to drive into Montgomery. Thank you, AJ, so much for my water. $4. Unbelievable. That is insane. We do not want a video of hood at night. Jazz, I guess you guys, it was you guys' idea. What are you talking about? You guys want to see downtown or the hood? I mean, wow, dude, this is in Montgomery. We're already in the capital now. This is insane. Like, really, dude? Like, there's just price gouging. You know what it is? Because it's by the highway. And they know that, like, people are actually afraid to get into the city. So, I'm actually going to back out of this. I'm not going to try to drive through there. You know what it is? They know people are afraid to get into the city. So, they're kind of by the highway. And it's a new gas station. So, yep. They know they can charge, you know, fear equals money. So, they know they can make money off people. I don't know if it's hood out here or not. I usually would use my Google Maps to find out, but can't really do that. So why not sideways? Because it's pretty obvious that I'm recording. Yeah, it might actually just trigger people in the wrong way. We'll find out. You guys like the front view more? The thing is, I want to be able to communicate with you guys. So okay, so now we're in Montgomery at night, guys. I don't know if we're near downtown. This town looks desolate. You guys like the front view more? Because if you guys like the front view more, I can definitely do that. There's nobody out here. It's pretty much desolate. It looks like Miami at night, except for it's desolate. Okay, this is a pretty crappy view. Let me get you guys a better view. Give me a second, guys. Wow, dude, this is a ghost town at night. Unbelievable. I think about the side views, I can actually talk to you guys. Wow, this is a ghost town at night. This is unbelievable. It feels like Detroit or something. Wow, this is desolate. Look at this. This is a 3-lane road. I can literally stop in the middle of the road. This is desolate. I don't really see any street activity. It looks pretty much dead out here. Maybe I can run into downtown and be more activity in downtown, because this looks super dead. This is like a ghost town. Let's see here. Well, you'd be surprised. There might be wow, this is a ghost town out here. Ooh, I wouldn't want to be walking through here at night. This is like, what? Nothing going on. It just looks really desolate. Looks extremely desolate. Nice houses. Literally nobody out here. Look at this. Like, this is a 3-lane road. I can literally stop and there's nobody around, like Detroit or something. Cuídate de los balazos, Jose. Yeah, I know there's shootings here. I know, man. You gotta be real careful here. There's a lot of shootings here in Montgomery. It's really dangerous to be out here at night. This neighborhood doesn't look too bad, but we got to get into the worst looking neighborhoods. Maybe downtown's gonna be rough at night. I don't know. Again, normally I would have my Google Maps. I could just kind of track. There's some nice houses here. Look at these houses. Dude, that's a big house right there. They got their lights on and everything. So, but it's desolate out here. I wish I could show you guys the front view. Would you guys enjoy the front view more than the side view? I think you would. It's pretty much desolate. I could literally stop the car in the middle. There's nobody around. Houses don't look bad. No, they don't. That's the other thing about Montgomery, man. You can really, if you go by houses alone, you would move to the city if you just looked at the, like, if you took all the people out of the city and you just looked at the houses, you know, like, this would be an amazing city for the price you get. To the prices is the other thing. It's a really affordable town. The lights are blinking at night. It means you can just drive through the intersections. You would think with the prices of real estate here, you would think it's actually like pretty, you know, I don't know, it's crazy. And it's like an extremely affordable city to live in. Like the house, you can get one of these big houses for like $100,000. Nobody wants to live here because it gets so scary. Crime and stuff. The town really has a bad reputation. So I know the side view is really not working well. Let me see if I can pull up somewhere. I was hoping we can get into a more well-lit district. You guys can actually see stuff. Let me see what's going on here. There's a Walgreens on this intersection. There's a, what is that? There's a few Publixes here, by the way. Montgomery's got several Publixes. So there's a shopping center across the street. We'll go into there. Is this Atlanta Highway? Okay, I think we're on Atlanta Highway. Is that what it is? Fairview. So this goes into town. We'll go into town. You guys will get a better view now. So, yeah, like if you look at the houses here in Montgomery, you'd say, wow, you know, big, giant houses. You know, it legitly looks like a nice place, but it's not even the houses, it's the crime. They got a Piggly Wiggly back there. Oh, man. But, you would think, like, when you look just at the houses here, you'd think it's a nice town, and I don't know, I've heard horrible things. Let's actually hit the streets and see. Oh, here's a Church's Chicken. I haven't tried that yet. I hear they're really good. In Miami, I never did Church's Chicken because there's lemon peppers, which is butter from like that. Man, that's one thing about the hood at night, man. They got some good fried food. We would hang out in Miami at lemon peppers at night. So we're heading into downtown, I guess now. I mean, it looks pretty vacant. It looks like, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Tampa. Like if you told me like I was in Tampa right now, I'd totally believe it. I don't see large crowds or environment or nothing. It's pretty quiet. This reminds me of Tampa. A lot like Tampa. Here's okay, we finally hit a light here, McDonald's. Ooh, the China Moon. China Moon. Okay, so this is 65 again. I think I should have drove in the other direction. Well, West Montgomery's the hood, so we're trying to find the hood. I'm lost, y'all. If I had my Google, I'd be able to find myself. I think I'm gonna go in this McDonald's. Whoa, we're trying quickly. Here's McDonald's. Let's chill here for a little bit until I can orientate myself on where we're at. Dude, just chilling at the McDonald's. Okay. He's got his share and everything. Oh man, there's a dude right there on the sidewalk. Just chilling by the McDonald's. I don't know if he's an employee eating outside or what. Oh, got that red Benz. Got that red Benz. We got 81 people watching. Wow. If you're just tuning in, we're in Montgomery, Alabama. And we're purposely trying to drive into neighborhoods that are kind of neighborhoods you don't drive through at night. So I don't know. This isn't what the video started off with me going for a walk through downtown. That liquor store looks like a lot of people hanging out now. There's a car with rims in front of it. Is that a Chinese restaurant or a liquor store? I can't tell. Cincinnati is the hood. Is that what you're saying? I can't read, I'm sorry. But yeah, this is kind of, I wouldn't say it's hood. There's a lot. Oh, we got a scene here, guys. Somebody got shot. All right, we got the po-po. We got the po-po, man. We got the po-po, man. It's out of Corn Laundry and an American Deli here. And there's some type of, and there's cops here already, so we'll find out what's going on. Let me just lower the window a little bit. Creep it down a little bit. There's cops and there's paramedics. And there's somebody who needs help, apparently. I don't know. There's somebody there kind of like slumped over. Alright, so I don't know. There's some type of situation unfolding right there. I wonder if I could just park from a distance and watch it. I don't want to get too close since the cops are there. There's somebody. I don't know if this is a hotel or something. Oh, this is like an apartment complex. Okay, everybody here is looks like one of these retired, communities. Like, so these are. Yo, y'all know what went down out there? I finna watch. Alright, so I'm gonna put this a little bit higher up on the camera. So we got some type of unfolding event over here. So let me just park myself to where we're kind of not directly in it, and we'll see how it unfolds. So I'll be able to show you guys what's going on. We got the cops. There's one person over there. There's cops. There's two police cars. We'll zoom into this real quick. I'll get you guys a better view. We got two police cars. We have two ambulances. We'll find out really what's going on here. Inner city police can be very aggressive, so we got to be real careful. They might come out here and scream at us, asking us what we're doing or whatever. We'll find out here in a minute. Well, inner city police can be very aggressive, to the point where it's actually very uncomfortable. So I don't know. From what I've seen here, policing is very aggressive. Miami-Dade's finest. So let me lock. My doors are locked. Oh, they're not. Okay. All right, guys. So we're in Montgomery, Alabama. We got 82 people watching. A lot of young people moving there too. Yeah, because it's so affordable here, man. A lot of people are moving out. Be careful. Yeah. So we're right now in downtown Montgomery. There's a show on Netflix about Miami. So we have cops there. I don't know exactly what's going on. They might just approach us and ask us to leave. Tampa. This kind of feels like Tampa. Jose, where's the hood, dog? I don't know, bro. Like, I don't even know where I'm at, to be honest. I'm by Ridgecrest. If somebody wants to tell me in which direction downtown is, because I'm on live stream, so I can't really get off and find the address. Looks like there's some police officers and some ambulances. Run, Jose. I should leave. So we have some type of event here. Some police officers and whatnot. There was another. It must not be too serious because the police officer left. So if it was really serious, oh, you guys are talking about Cuban food. Please don't talk about Cuban food. I wonder. Shamichael Road, Fairground Road, and Highland is the hood, man. Where you know where I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not ignoring you. I'm driving, dude. Okay, so I know, like the streets you're saying. I know that's the hood. I've already been on which one you said? Highland. I was there. So where I'm at now. If you know where I'm at, tell me where I can go, bro, because I don't have Google Maps. Rick Ross, what you know about the fort? I wonder if... No, I don't think it was a robbery because there was a cop here and they left. So I don't think the cops would be leaving if it was an issue of a robbery. I think... Look how close this guy got. Yeah, I don't think it was a robbery. I think there's somebody probably overdosing or something like of that nature. So everybody's telling me running, Jose. So I don't know. Oh, if I lower my window, I lower this. So let me just zoom out a little bit. So it doesn't look too bad. Whatever's going on there doesn't look too serious. It looks like maybe it's just somebody overdosed or something. I'm going to make a response video to record South Bronx and Bronxville. Compare notes. I seen white dudes behind the ambulance. Yep. Jose, what do you think America has so much crime? That's an interesting question. Why the United States has so much crime, even though the United States is one of the most advanced countries economically, it has a lot of crime. And I think part of the reason there's so much crime in the United States is because people here just don't appreciate how easy we got it. Like, I go to Cuba, man. I was there in 2011. Very poor country. If people in the United States had the poverty that they have in Cuba, they would be killing each other, basically. People just don't appreciate... Overall, people just don't appreciate what they have here in the United States, you know? Like, people here just don't appreciate what you get for living in the United States. It's the only thing that I've really thought about is that people here they don't appreciate it. Like, they like here in Montgomery, there's a Facebook group that I'm in, and all you hear is people complaining about how horrible life is here. I'm like, dude, rents are affordable and there are jobs. Like, get a job, save some money, and do something with your life. But it doesn't seem like people are willing to really make the sacrifice to really change their lives. They just want to complain or sit around and expect food stamps or free stuff. You know, like, it doesn't seem like people really want to do anything with their lives. And I mean, I think even though America is a place of prosperity for a lot of people, it's also, don't get it wrong, there's still a lot of poverty in the United States. And a lot of the poverty comes from social injustices. So it creates discontentment. You know, like, because people in other countries, they don't know you need a car. Or you don't need, like, it's just like the American expects so much from life. Like, our expectation of what's acceptable and necessary is so high that, like, you just expect more out of the United States, and people want more and they're willing to do more for it. Like, you know? Yeah, some type of, I think it's already, whatever it was going on, it might just been a medical emergency. So I don't know, man. Like honestly, I feel like a lot of the. It's a good question that you bring that up, man. I really do think it's a good question. It's a good thing to talk about. That overall in the United States, you have a lot of crime, and like you wouldn't expect a country that is this well off to have so much crime problems. But I think it's a lot of people are there's a lot of discontent with social issues. Maybe we can interview a homeless person out here or something. Let me see. There's a cop over there. And the homie's talking to the cops. You're not supposed to do that, man. That's a no-no. They're not supposed to do. Oh, Rosa Parks Place is where we are, guys. As you guys know, Montgomery has incredible history. Rosa Parks is from here. There's the Dexter Avenue Church. There's a lot of history here in Montgomery. There's a lot of street activity here, people talking and all that. There's about 4 guys hanging out by this gas station right here. A lot of homelessness, lots of social problems. It's on the other side of the camera. But there's a dude here by this gas station. He's missing a leg and a wheelchair. I think I've seen him around town already. We gotta be careful with the cops too. We don't want to get caught for loitering or anything like that. I don't know if that's. But now we're definitely in the thick of the action here. I don't know, there's people just hanging out at this gas station. This seems like a pretty active spot here. Behind this gas station, the cops were here earlier, so it looks like probably an overdose or something, I would guess. I'm gonna get out of here. I don't like the vibes at all. I don't like this at all. Don't like this at all. Too many people hanging out. You can't really see it from the side of where you guys were, but on the other side, if you looked at the other side, it was like 4 or 5 people just hanging out. Too many people just hanging out at that gas station. Let's get out of here. Let's keep it rolling. So even like I was looking at when I first thought about Montgomery, we were looking at a neighborhood called Perry Hill. And Perry Hill is actually, it looks really nice. Like it looks really nice in there. Like Perry Hill neighborhood looks really nice. Like you would think you'd think it was rich people. Like the first time I drove through, like wow, this neighborhood's rich people. And the houses are $100,000. So I thought, man, this is actually really nice, But then you start to hang out in the neighborhood and you start to see the environment, and you're like, wow, man, this is not a desirable place to be. And again, you gotta be really careful here in Montgomery. They've killed 43 people this year, and a lot of the shootings and stuff that have happened here are just kind of heat of the moment type of things. Like they're just like unprovoked. There's just really crazy stuff. So you got to be really careful here at night, supposedly. And with a camera, if you're minding your own business, you're probably okay. But when you're driving around with a camera in people's faces and stuff, it really adds another layer of uncertainty. Look at the rims on that one. And then you have people that only come out at night, like from what I've seen and heard. But I don't know, like to me, we'll find out. I mean, Jacksonville's pretty scary at night, so I don't know how this compares to Jacksonville. I would have to kind of spend a night out here just to get a feel for the place, but how it would compare to Jacksonville at night, because I've been through the worst parts of Jacksonville at night, and it also depends on the neighborhood. Some neighborhoods might be more calm than others. So Mercedes-Benz right there. This is definitely more active than Fort Myers, though. You guys were saying Fort Myers. This gas station right here. It's a lot of people there. $1.94 for gas. For being this late at night. Lots of cars with rims. So, these roads are so thin. You can almost, let me pick this up real quick. I probably should do downtown. Give me a second, y'all. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. There we go. Just gonna hold this. There's just not enough traffic to where it's a problem. Alright. In Cuaramerico. So, and it's different. Like Miami at night. Like, how would this compare to Miami at night, let's say? Miami at night's a whole different world. Miami's a weird place, though, because Miami's the type of place where, like, okay, give me a second, Like, Miami at night is the type of place where It's weird because there's so much life to Miami and there's so many tourists and stuff that like, when you're in Miami at night, you feel safe even in bad areas. As long as you're along main roads and stuff. Here's a Cadillac. You can hear people blasting their sound systems. It's definitely the hood. You can feel it shaking in here. I heard Miami hoods are getting gentrified. Yeah, Miami hoods definitely are getting gentrified. Miami's going through a gentrification process that's just incredible. Miami's definitely getting gentrified. The thing is, I don't know where I'm at right now. I want to move to the areas where they're more well lit or more active so you guys can see stuff, but I don't even know where I'm at. I'm just driving. I can hear a sound system shaking my car. I was surprised at how many people from New York and New Jersey you see out here. I think I'm heading north now. I don't know where I'm at. Fort Myers, my age is 74. Fort Myers, you know, it's got its hood. You don't go to the hood. You go to the nice sides. It's got nice sides. I just think South Florida is so overpriced and overcrowded that even if, like, all my personal prejudice aside for the place, I feel that for the most part, if you're moving to Florida, you might want to do, like, Venice or Sebastian or Jupiter, just a little bit outside of the main area of configuration. Am I driving the wrong way? I don't know. These streets are so desolate at night. If I could get on an Atlanta highway or something, I could figure out where I'm going. I'll hit a main road eventually. Damn, there's a lot of cars in there. What are they doing? Here's a main highway. Is this Atlanta highway? What's this one? I'm gonna go this way. Oh, you can't. You gotta go that way. All right. So this is Cloverland. Oh, snap. Why is this a one-way? Why is this a one-way? That made no sense at all. You can't turn that way. Okay. Look at these. These houses are big out here. That's the crazy thing about Montgomery. Like, dude, look at these houses, bro. Like, that is a nice house, bro. Like, there are some really nice houses in here. It's just, it comes with the whole package of living in the hood, man. Dude, these are nice. I mean, I can already tell you, these are big, nice houses. Excuse me. I mean, go figure. This was the capital of the South. So, you know, there were some considerable, you know, they built incredible stuff out here. This was the capital of the South. This was going to be, you know, this is going to be the capital of the South, man. Like, this is, look at that church capital. That's a big church, man. It's incredible how structurally this is a really nice city. It really is a great city structurally. Churches, buildings, down, everything is like, it's a nice city. It's just people are leaving it because of the environment, the crime, the homelessness. Wow, that building is prehistoric looking over there. Is this a one-way? All the cars are facing me. I don't even think it matters. There's nobody out here. There's churches on this side. This is like, you know, big trees. This looks like a nice neighborhood. Like, it is a nice neighborhood. Look at these houses. And they're really affordable. That's the other thing about Montgomery is that they're really affordable. These are some big houses. This looks like Atlanta or something. The problem is crime. There's so much crime in the city of Montgomery. It is a one-way, guys. I was driving the wrong way, but you couldn't really tell. See that you got some people hanging out here at night. You got to be real careful. Looks like a girl just hanging out talking to somebody. Two girls, or a guy and a girl. Anyways, I was driving the wrong way on a one-way. I don't think it matters at night. But when you do stuff like that, it kind of already makes people look at you. So these houses are massive. I've got to get in here in the daytime and show you guys. Can't believe how big these houses are. These are like as big as the houses in Atlanta. So big houses. Here we go back. I mean, I'm trying to get you guys to a main street. I feel like I've kind of let you guys down. I got 88 people watching. I'm supposed to take you guys to some hoods or downtown. It looks down that way. It looks rougher. You're far from the hood. Which way do I turn? I'm far from the hood. This is actually nice, dude. This actually legitimately looks nice, man. Like, I don't know. I'm like, again, I use my iPhone for figuring out where I'm going. I think I'm heading north, but I don't know. Until I hit a main road, I won't know. Okay, there's a skyline, so we are heading north. And now I can orientate myself towards what we're doing. Cool. Now we know where we're going. There's the building right there for skyline. It's a okay quiet town. I wouldn't live there. Problem is, in my 30s, there's snowbird. Nice, you know. Okay, still watching. Port Charlotte is nice. Port Charlotte is a boring city. If you are retired and you're like okay with living in a boring place, but if you're young, you don't want to live in Port Charlotte. I'm telling you. Southwest Florida is very seasonal. It is. I was just talking to somebody now. I can't really say too much about their information because I was talking to them privately. But it's somebody who recently moved to Southwest Florida, and they were telling me how they just can't understand how the salaries are so... These are the projects at night, guys. Okay, now I know exactly where I'm at. Cool, I know where I'm at now. These are the projects at night. So, these are the projects. So we are in the... See, that's the thing. See how quickly it transitioned from a nice neighborhood to the projects? Around here, we got to be careful because the cops will... You got to be as careful for the cops as you are for the criminals. So we're in the projects now. These are housing projects all up in here. And driving through here at night, the cops are just as likely to harass you as the people. So I'm actually more afraid of cops when I come to the hood at night because they'll bother us. These are the projects. You guys want me to pull over and show you guys real quick? These are the projects in Montgomery at night. Let's stop right here. These are the projects. We're in the projects at night, y'all. Y'all want me to walk around? You guys want me to walk on the projects at night? These are the projects. I wish I could show you guys better. This is the weirdest strap ever. It's a nice strap for... I'm going to stick it back on the window again. Ugh. Oh, no, I did it wrong. So we're in the projects at night. Give me a second, y'all. I'll get you guys set up here. We're in the projects at night. We're in the projectos, the hood at night, y'all. Just visited Sarasota. Whoa, we're spinning, we're spinning. So it's like this, or like that, and like this, and like that. It's like this, and like this, and like, yeah, y'all. So we're in the projects at night, y'all. No activity around me. It's pretty quiet. I don't see anybody walking or anything. And this thing is on wrong. I'm just going to pop this out of the clip. Bam. Show you guys where we're at. We're in the projects, y'all. I walk around this. I don't give a crap. I'll probably walk around this thing. Let's walk around a little bit. I want me to walk around the projects a little bit. I gotta be real careful. We're in the projects. We're in the projects at night, y'all. Montgomery, Alabama. Yulee's nice. Yulee's really nice. We're in the projects at night, y'all. I'll say, get out of there, man. It's about to pop off, dude. You're nuts. It's all good. There's nobody out here right now. My car's scared. My car's left its lights on. Why are my lights on? I don't get that. There we go. My car's scared. We're in the projects at night, y'all, in Montgomery. So, nobody out here. So, it's pretty quiet. It's a Sunday, so you'd expect it to be quiet. So, we're in the projects, y'all. You're crazy, bro. Get out of there. It's all good. Ready to run if I have to, though. Look into getting yourself a concealed weapon. I have a weapon. I just haven't got the permit yet. All I got on me is pretty much... That car stopped over there. That's not cool. All right, we're gonna move. That car stopped really abruptly over there. I don't like that car where it stopped and it's just sitting there chilling. I'm gonna be honest. I'm backing out, y'all. Let's go. I do need to get my concealed carry permit. Basically, we'll walk over this way. I need to get my concealed carry permit. I have the weapon already. It's only a 22. It's not really that big of a weapon. It's a 22. We need to get out of here, like, seriously. So I'm just gonna hold the phone on the side, y'all. Let's just roll up out of here. Hold on. I'll get back to you guys in a minute. Hold on. I don't want to look stupid. talks and I went by through there and I just talked things just went through there, man. Don't even know why, but sometimes you just kind of helps if you just talk to yourself. If you're ever in a spot where you're scared, just talk to yourself, and people would think you're crazy. That usually helps. But anyways, this is the projects in Montgomery at night. That's great. Good. So don't be scared. Be careful. Exactly. Don't be scared. Be careful. Let's roll up out of here for real. Now that we're in a car, we gotta roll. Don't be scared. Be careful. You are used to the hood. You seem very comfortable. Yeah, I'm used to it. I mean, I used to live in Louisville, Kentucky, in the Americana Promise. I'm gonna put on my seatbelt. You're crazy to talk to you. I have a 22, and it's not really a it's not a weapon that's gonna do a lot of damage, but it is a very practical weapon to have. Put this back in the clip so you guys can see where I'm driving, and pop this thing in. So I don't know why it won't let me twist more this way. That's pretty annoying. I'm not happy with this clip, I'll be honest. There we go. At least the camera got it. So, yeah, I'm comfortable with the projects. I mean, I lived in Louisville, Kentucky. And we, how's your credit score? Not too good, man. I had to buy this truck cash. I think having a bad credit is probably the best thing that's ever happened to me. Is having bad credit, because with bad credit, I've been able to not get into debt. I think good credit just gets you into debt unnecessarily. It's too easy to get into debt. I guess the better your credit score, the easier it is for you to get into unnecessary. I'm losing signal here. There's like no reason for me to be losing signal here. I don't know why I lost signal here. There's like no reason for me to lose signal here. Why would I lose signal here? We got the cops over here pulling people over. We got some action up ahead. We got cops pulling people over, so we're just gonna. We got some type of situation here. Either cops pulling people over, or I don't know what it is. Maybe it's one of these checkpoints. They have these checkpoints where if you're like drinking or something, where they pull you over. So we'll find out. It's like a police checkpoint. These things should be so illegal. I think they police too aggressively here. We'll find out. This is so wrong.
How you doing?
Hello.
Where you headed?
What's that?
What? Where you headed to, my guy?
I'm just enjoying the city. How are you, officer?
All right. This is an ID checkpoint.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So if you don't have an ID to get on campus.
Oh, it's a campus. I'm sorry. Where can I turn around?
You can turn around. Just go up right here and turn back around right here.
Can I go out this way or that way?
You can go back out this way.
Okay, thank you, officer. So you have to have permission to get in here. I do feel like they do police way too heavily here. It's a campus, so you can't just roll through here. That makes sense. Let me just go this way. We're just gonna pull out. I did blow a stop sign in front of them, but they want me to leave, so I'm just gonna do it quickly. So this is a campus. Makes sense that you have to have. You can't just drive through here. So we'll pull out. We'll get up out of here. I did blow that stop sign. We'll have to get out. We'll get out of here. Makes sense that being a campus that you would have to, makes sense. But they do police aggressively these areas to the point where you feel like it's wrong. Like I've noticed when I went to the other projects, like they were just policing so heavily that, like the cop followed me around the projects. They're like, come on, dude, just let people breathe, But I mean, it makes sense. It's a campus, so let's find ourselves out of here. Yup. Looking for trouble in Montgomery. I haven't found it yet. So let's get back in the downtown. I'll show you guys the downtown district. We came from here. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. We'll get back in the downtown and show you guys what the downtown looks like. Montgomery is an important city. This is where, Dexter Church is here, where Martin Luther King gave his talks. You also have, Rosa Parks. There's a lot of history in this town. We're driving past the projects on the other side of the road. Show you guys real quick. The projects are on the other side of the road where we were at earlier. So let me By the way, the only reason I wanted to continue my walk to the projects, but that car stopped abruptly, and somebody got out. I think it was this car. It might have been another car, but I didn't like the way the car stopped abruptly, so I was like, yeah, let's. So we're in the projects in Montgomery at night. Overall, I mean, like most of the shootings and stuff that happen is between people here in the neighborhood. You're not gonna have somebody externally usually have a problem. So usually, if you're not from here, you're minding your own business. You're cool. Problem is when you do stuff to bring attention to yourself, like walking around with a camera is probably a bad idea. So these are the projects here right near downtown. These projects are probably the worst ones as far as condition overall. This is a main road. It's usually busy in here in the daytime. At night, it kind of, there's not as much traffic, but this road has a lot of traffic in the daytime. You can actually cut through here to get back on the other road. You can see it's actually well lit back in there. I think it's this street there. This street cuts through the projects. Probably a ridiculously dumb thing to do, but we're in here at night. It's pretty quiet, actually. It doesn't feel as dangerous as some parts of Miami. It doesn't feel that way. That doesn't mean it isn't. A place could look really calm, and it doesn't mean it's a safe place to be. So, if we got these cops here or people, we'll see. Either way, if there's people. We're gonna put the camera down. We're gonna put the camera down for a second. We don't want to. There's people here. Okay, we don't want to point a camera at people at night out here. So this is Decatur. This is a one-way. Runs back this way. These are all one-ways through here. And this is during the daytime. This is actually one of the main thoroughfares of the city. It's actually pretty busy in there. There's kids out there at night running. Kids running around the projects. Very well lit, which is probably a bad thing if you think about it. It's because it's for the safety of the elderly people, but man, if somebody wanted to just come through here and do like a drive-by or something, it would just be absolutely ridiculous. Yeah. It reminds me of being back in Kentucky. I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky. The apartments where we lived in was just like this. Just like this. Even the same red bricks. Wow, there's a lot of stuff hanging out here. Ooh. Lots of people hanging out here, so now would probably be a time to speed up and get out of here. There's a lot of people hanging out in there. It still doesn't feel as dangerous as Miami. But see, the thing is, they might see you driving by with a camera. They might think, you're preparing a drive-by or something. Who knows? You got to be real careful. You don't know what the thing is. Like, you don't know. Like, if there's nothing going on in that neighborhood, it's cool. It's not a big deal. But if they got stuff going on in that neighborhood, you don't know what you're walking into. So that's the thing. You really don't know what you're walking into. There's a lot more cars out than I thought there would be for a Sunday night. I think there's a lot of people out and about. I like this area. I mean, you got Dreamland Barbecue. You got all of the amazing history, particularly African-American history. Great African-American history here. Rosa Parks. The Dexter Church, you have that. There's so much history in this town. Hank Williams. I love country music. Hank Williams. Stars of country music. There's a lot that brings me to this city, and I would really like the city. Like all cities in the South, it's always going to be active. Now, these neighborhoods this way, in the daytime, were scary when I went through Cloverdale. Neighborhoods heading into Montgomery, like down toward, this is towards West Montgomery, in the daytime were scary. So I have no idea what we're gonna get in here at night. So I just want to find a main road that I can get back into. I wanted to get into downtown. I could have back over that way where the projects were. I was through here in the daytime, and you transition through some nice neighborhoods, big clean houses, and then eventually you get back into some rougher spots. So, I mean, I'm surprised there's actually so many people out and about, because what I heard on the internet was that people that live here don't even go out at night. But it seems like there's a lot of people out at night, so it's not that bad. And it is a Sunday. I can imagine on a Friday or Saturday. But you go figure, there was people hanging out in the projects. What time is it already? It's kind of late to be hanging out in the projects on a Sunday night. So that's a routine right there. Those guys hanging out there. Because you hanging out with a few guys on a Sunday night. You know what I mean? I'm going to take that road going that way. You know what I mean? You don't hang out on a Sunday night. Sunday night is not a hangout night. You know what I mean? This neighborhood's nice, but the house, like, that's the thing about Montgomery. If you're moving here, you got to be really careful. Because like, this neighborhood here looks really nice. But I was here on a weekday, and there was a lot going on. You know? Big palm tree. This is a pretty neighborhood. Up and down rolling hills. But just the whole west side of Montgomery, you got to be careful. Like, it looks nice, but it's just the crime's high. We got some businesses over here. I was in here in the daytime. Man, I saw stuff in the daytime. I was like, wow, this neighborhood's got a lot of environment. But usually, if you mind your own business, if you don't bother people, you kind of mind your own business, you're usually okay, you know? It's when you do stupid stuff that you have a problem. Look at the rims on that thing, bro. They're gold. They're gold rims. That thing is balling. Oh, man. Katie won't let me do stuff like that. It crosses my mind once in a while. She's like, no, you're not doing that. Not a chance, Jose. He's got gold rims on a Caprice. If that's not happiness, I don't know what is. Look at how the grass here, here's how you know, even though the houses look nice, look at the grass overgrowing the sidewalk into the road. Like, every once in a while, you're just going to have to, like, drive off the road a little bit because there's, like, grass growing into the road. You know what I mean? Like, here, there's a few patches, like, here where they've mowed their grass. Like, every once in a while, you kind of just have to, like, drive off the road because there's, like, grass overgrowing into the road. I can't believe we got 80 people live watching this thing. So, a lot of people are still moving into Florida. I think if you're moving to Florida, consider, like, crossing South Florida off. Like, do South Central Florida. Or do, like, like North Florida. I think South Florida is really burnt out with people. And, with the natural disasters, there's no way to escape South Florida. At least in North Florida, you have a way out. We were here earlier. I really need to figure out how to get out of this neighborhood. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. I'm just driving around trying to find my way out of here. Or were we here? Well, no, this is totally different. Regions Banks. Okay, there's a bank here. There's a Dollar General. Dollar General, they'll just put a store like anywhere. They don't really care. Like, I've been out in the most remote place ever, and they'll have a Dollar General. And what's weird is I think their prices are like okay, so now we're heading into more of the hood area, into West Montgomery. So you start to see more environment around here somewhere, probably anytime now. But I mean, I grew up in Louisville, Kentucky, and the hoods there are massive. So, man, it doesn't feel that dangerous to me. It's just like, to me, it feels like Tampa or Crystals. Anybody ever have Crystals? I don't like them. I don't like the taste of their food. My friend loves Crystal. Here's the main road. It's just... Oh, I know where we're at now. Cool. All right. Well, this is where there's a... You guys want to go into some abandoned hotels at night? You guys want to do that? You guys want to explore some abandoned hotels at night? White Castle. Yeah, White Castle's the one. Yeah, I don't like it too much. This is 231, I believe. I think this is the one that goes all around the city. There's actually projects going this way. In this area over here, from what I understand, it's pretty high crime rate at night, too. To me, this feels like Tampa or Orlando or Jacksonville. It doesn't seem worse. Actually, I think Jacksonville has deeper spots, Like, here it's more spread out, I think, over different neighborhoods. Okay, so we're pretty much... what I'll do is I'll get off on an exit in downtown. It's probably the best thing I could do. Get back on 65 and get off on an exit in downtown. But, there's some abandoned hotels over here if you guys want to explore some abandoned hotels tonight. Oh, snap. He's got 22s on a purple Magnum. What I'll do is I'll get off on an exit here. Because they don't know something about Crystal, doesn't have something. I don't know. These neighborhoods in here are pretty scary. Back over here. This is Rosa Parks. There's some really scary neighborhoods in here, but they're not really well lit, so I couldn't really show you guys. and they're residential. This is purely residential. So, this is 65 North. I'm gonna get on 65 North. There are some projects on this side. This is Rosa Parks, so this will take us right back into downtown. There's some really scary residential neighborhoods in here. Whoa! Jose's driving scary. Yeah. There was at least in the daytime, there's a lot of activity here. So this will take us back into downtown, I believe. I think we're going parallel to 65, heading northbound. Too much. So, if you've never had Jack's, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a Jack's video of what it tastes. I'll give you guys. Next time I get Jack's, I'll record the whole thing. And I'll make a nice video showing you guys what Jack's is about. I did do a taste test of comparing Jack's to Cookout, and I think Cookout's sweet tea is a lot better. If you're not familiar with the South, sweet tea is the thing to do here. Sweet tea, there's a lot of people hanging out. I can just see this neighborhood is rough, man. There's a lot of vacant houses in here. Even this late on a Sunday, look how many people are hanging out here. There's a lot of activity for a Sunday at night. Perry Hill here in Montgomery. I will give you guys there's people walking on that. So there's a lot of people walking around, just randomly walking around. I'll do a video of Jack's. Let me stop for a minute here. Nobody's around. Cookout is awesome. My favorite. I love Cookout. Yeah, their milkshakes are a little thick. I agree. If I had to pick between the two, I'm already accustomed to Jack's. Cookout is better, but again, I'm having problems with what I eat, so I have to eat light. And I have found that I like their chicken sandwich. And by the way, never in my life have I ever eaten chicken. I've always been a beef person. But with my stomach problems, I switched over to doing these sandwiches from Jack's. And it's like $7 or $8 for a chicken sandwich with mashed potatoes and sweet tea. And this is probably a massive contributing factor to my weight loss, that I've been able to kind of switch out of the beef into the chicken. You guys saw that we walked today for how long? For 70 minutes we walked. Trying to walk every day. Eat healthier. On my street, the workout is so heavy on my street. It's a really heavy workout. Just walking through my street. My street, see, it says 82 here. It was 79 in Prattville. But it's a real quiet, calm weather. It's not bad at all. Florida has good chicken. Lemon peppers in Miami is good. Honestly, there's activity over there. There's just cars hanging out. These side streets have a lot of activity. One thing I will miss about Florida is Ray's Pizza. Has anybody ever been to Ray's Pizza in Miami? Anybody watching now ever done Ray's Pizza? Has anybody done Ray's Pizza? It's a Cuban pizza place. They're open 24 hours a day. And some of my expeditions are late at night. I mean, I've been in Miami at 2 in the morning. We have actually, I know it sounds crazy, so don't judge me, but we have actually drove to Miami at night just to have Ray's Pizza. It's about a 1.5 hour drive from Naples. We've done that. We've driven to Miami just to get Ray's Pizza. So it's awesome. If you've never had Ray's Pizza, they're legit. I mean, they're really good. I'm heading north on Rosa Parks through Montgomery. For being a Sunday night, I do think there's way too much going on here for being a Sunday night in a residential neighborhood. But tomorrow is a holiday, right? So nobody's working. Oh, that's what it is, man. Tomorrow's a holiday. No wonder. I mean, it seems like there's a lot of activity. People don't have to work the next day. They don't. It's Labor Day. Ray's Pizza is if you've ever go to South Florida and you're in the Miami area, try Ray's Pizza. Now, I'm not gonna lie, they're like the McDonald's of pizza. They're not. This isn't like gourmet or something. This is like the McDonald's. It's a 24-hour pizza place. So, or at least point at the menu to let them know what you want. I'm still on Rosa Parks. Isn't there like a bigger road? Hey, Katie, I'm heading north on Rosa Parks. What do I do next? Is this gonna take? I thought this would take me downtown, and I'm still driving. I'm like, when am I gonna get there? I think I'm heading north towards downtown. I don't know. This has been an awfully boring live stream. I thought we would see some action or something. So, oh, I see a McDonald's over there. I think I'm getting close to downtown. This is where we were earlier. Oh no, we are seriously driving around in circles. This is the gas station where the action was. Remember, where the police and stuff earlier? Like, there's the dude right there on the sidewalk. Oh no, dude, we're literally driving around in circles. We have got to figure our way out of here. We were literally here at this gas station. Like, this is where the cops were earlier. Remember where we were wondering what was going on? There's a lot of activity at that gas station. There's always people just hanging out, doing all types of stuff. You know? So, I want to go to downtown. Use Google Maps. I can't, not if I'm in the middle of a live stream. If I leave the live stream, I think I'll close it, right? I don't know. I'm going to try to use Google Maps. I think if I go on Google Maps, I'm going to lose you guys. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going. I swear I've been driving around in circles in the same neighborhood since, like, the whole thing. I can't believe how many people are out and about for a Sunday at night. Mr. Jose, what's your favorite menu at McDonald's? Do you like Burger King, McDonald's? Honestly, for breakfast, I'll do McDonald's if I have to. And also, if I cannot do a Big Mac. It's the notion of a Big Mac to me is disgusting. But I can do. I think if I go left, I'm gonna be in the downtown again. Dude, this city has a weird layout. It makes no sense. I love how Savannah neighborhoods are all planned around parks. Yeah, that's nice. That's a beautiful city. But until we get work again, I can't really start traveling too far. We just got to settle down here. Until I start making income, I can't really start moving too much. I got to kind of settle down. Lots of activity in this intersection. Stuff going on over there all the time. Interview McDonald's workers. Katie worked at McDonald's. I could just interview Katie. Why isn't this car going? He's got a green light. He's just sitting there. Okay. I think now we're heading towards downtown. I don't know what I did wrong here. Again, I'm getting used to this place. I'm just new here. Here we're back to McDonald's again. I think there's just no way of going north. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get off in downtown. I'm going to get on 65 and then get off in downtown. If I had to do a burger, I would do Burger King. I don't like McDonald's, like their sandwiches and stuff. I get sick so often. It's not that I don't like the taste. It's not every time I do it, I get sick, man. There's like, I don't know if it's just their workers, the quality of the food. Let's see here. Birmingham. Let's go north. Let's go north on 65, and I'll get off on Day Street. And then that way I can get into downtown for sure. I can't believe there's actually 80 people watching me. So now I'm on the highway. I can't really read your comments, guys. Give me a minute until we get off at the next exit. I don't know why. I've been trying to go north into downtown, and I haven't been able to. I'm actually surprised. The highway systems are pretty good in Alabama. And not just the highways, but, overall the road's in pretty good condition. At least they pave them and stuff like that. So we're on 65 now. And we're trying to get into downtown. So there's 85. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep going north to get off in downtown Montgomery. So let's say this lane. Let's say this lane right here. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't look as bad as I thought it would. I guess, like, if most shootings happen at night. And it's like, why would you be out and about at night? You know what I mean? You really shouldn't be out and about at night. Right? So if you just mind your own business, I don't know. A lot of people are upset, that live here are upset about the crime. And that's why so many people are moving up to Prattville. Because they're just so upset at the crime. It's really disappointing how much crime there is. But I'm surprised that for a Sunday there's so many people out on the roads, man. See, if I get off here on Clay Street or something, now I'm downtown. I couldn't figure out how to get from that neighborhood to downtown. And Mobile, Alabama has the same exact problem, where if you're in downtown, you can't get to the hoods. It's like when they build the highway system, they purposely kind of close the hood off to I don't know. It seems like to me like they purposely, when they build the interstate system, kind of cut off the residential neighborhoods. Oh no, I went too far. We left. We went too far. Oh no, I missed my exit. Now we're back to Prattville. Look at the skyline though. Oh no, man, we're heading back to Prattville, guys. I guess we're heading home now. Unless I get off and drive around. I think there's an exit here I can pull back around. Oh no. We got off. We went too far. See, it makes no sense, man. It's like they purposely... It's almost like they purposely don't want people in the hood to have access to downtown. It's like... Have you guys seen how difficult it is to get from the hood to downtown? Like, it's like they purposely put up a wall to keep the residential neighborhoods from being able to access downtown. Like, are you kidding me? There's one exit to get off in downtown. That's crazy. They should have like 20 exits. So now... Oh, we're in Louisville Street. That's nice. Montgomery Zoo, 4 miles. Okay. So now we're heading towards the Montgomery Zoo. Mr. Jose, do you have any dogs? I don't. I was thinking about getting a German Shepherd. There's a skyline. Look at the skyline, guys. Beautiful skyline over there. I wonder if any of these streets will take me downtown now. Louisville Street. Let's try this. Although this is all like abandoned commercial complexes on the north side of the river. If somebody knows where I'm at and can just tell me where to go, that'd be great. Look, you can see the skyline over there. It's not far, but you have the Alabama River, and only 65 crosses the river. So my best bet would be to get on 65 southbound. I can't believe how difficult they make it to get around the city, man. And then there's a road over here that's actually a toll road. I've already been down here. It's like some disturbingly scary commercial districts. There's like nothing out here. It's like scary. This is like the exit. As soon as like the first exit when you cross the river from downtown, it's like a desolate wasteland of commercial complexes. This is actually, I'm actually more afraid to get off here than I would be in the projects. At least in the projects, they'd find your body the next day in the morning. This is scary out here. Okay, so we're gonna drive back into Montgomery, and we have to get off on Clay Street. They don't make this easy, man. They really don't. Is this it? Man, it's so dark out here. You can't even... I'm going the wrong way? Is this... Which way? I guess this way. I guess that's a do not enter over there. Wrong way. Man, they don't make these cities easy to navigate. They really don't. It's a very utilitarian city. Like, they just built it, I guess... like, I would love to see Montgomery's population of 200. There you can see. I can literally stop my truck here on this off ramp. There's like nobody coming behind me. You can literally see the skyline over there. There's a skyline. There's a skyline over there. This is Interstate 65. Let's get on it. I believe, no, this is 231. And I believe I can get into I want to show you guys downtown at night. I'm curious to see what downtown looks like at night. I'm going to walk around downtown at night, if anything. Oh, no, I can't, guys. You know what? My phone's at 10% already, so we're going to have to close it off. So if I drive into Montgomery, there it is right there, though. Montgomery right there. Ah, crap. It's 5 minutes away. We'll do it. Yes, it's only 5 minutes away. So we can go towards... north towards Prattville. We can go to downtown. But I'm going to go home. Let's go home, guys. We drove through the hood. That's what we set out to do. We did it. We'll do Montgomery at night some other day. I was thinking Saturday and Sunday nights we could go live. What do you guys think? Or at least Saturday nights, scheduled thing, you know, because we do need to bring some schedule to our lives. Today we actually got up early for our meeting, which was at 10 a.m. through Zoom. I need to get more order. I feel like my life needs more order. I feel like we moved up here and we haven't established a routine. For the first week, we were getting up at 6 in the morning. That was great. You know? It was a really good routine getting up at 6 a.m. By 12, I had accomplished so much by 12 that it was just incredible. By noon, I had already accomplished things, you know? Now we're getting up at 12 in the afternoon. And by the time we have breakfast and look at my YouTube channel and blah, 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 it's like 2 in the afternoon before I start doing anything, you know? I feel like I'm procrastinating too much. I feel like I should be doing more. You know, like, I feel like I'm not doing what I should be doing with my life. I feel like there should be more, but I struggle to get on a routine so much. I mean, like, I was really proud of myself for the first week. I believe we were getting up at 6 in the morning, but now I'm sleeping in till like 12, and I'm like, I can't do this. I have so many things to do. We were supposed to paint the bedroom today, didn't get around to it. We didn't paint the bedroom. I feel like I'm procrastinating a lot, guys. Like, I feel that, and I'm just being honest with you guys. I mean, I feel that I've only been here a month. Like, I feel like I should be doing so much more as far as working, as far as doing stuff, schedule. I don't feel like I'm in the thick of the action, you know? I feel like I've kind of settled in and made myself comfortable, even though I shouldn't be. You know, and on the other hand, it's been so stressful moving 20 years of my life in Naples, walk away from it all, that I feel like I almost need a vacation mentally, not physically, but mentally. It's been really stressful. It's been extraordinarily stressful. So with as stressful as it's been, moving, buying a house, selling a house, coming over here, knowing that, you know, what will we get, you know? What will we get? What is it going to be like? All that has stressed me out to the point where I feel like I need a vacation, and I've kind of taken a vacation, but I haven't. I mean, I haven't really started working, but man, we've had bedrooms to paint, we've had appliances to buy, permits to pull, change our drive. Like, it really has been work. Like, it feels like we have done a lot, but then we haven't. You know, like, I don't feel like we've done a lot. You know, I don't know. I feel that we could have done so much better as far as time management, as far as taking advantage of opportunity. I feel like we should be out there, like, working already, like, settled in, and we're not. And that's kind of bothering me a little bit. We're in Elmore County, which is the county we live in. So, as you can see, we were just in downtown a little bit ago. Now we're in Elmore County where we live. It's not that bad of a commute. It's an alright commute to Montgomery. It's not a crazy commute. Do you guys think I am slacking or not? Because right now I'm just sitting down waiting to see if the phone rings. I mean, I did pull my permit to work. I got my business license. I got back on Google. Google let me keep my good reviews. That wasn't easy to accomplish. So now I'm just sitting here waiting for the phone to ring like I did back in Florida. With COVID, I used to pass out flyers, and I'm on Facebook groups. I mean, I'm trying to get out there and let people know, hey, we do junk removal. But it's like everybody's assuming that we're expensive. Like, before they even give me a shot, everybody's already just assuming Jose is going to be expensive. Like, I feel like they're not even giving me a chance, man. And actually, the people that I've hired here are trying to charge me more than what they were charging me in Florida for stuff. So how is it that everybody else can charge these ridiculous prices for stuff, yet I can't make my fair amount for my junk removal, you know? Lots of negativity in the air. Lots of people wanting me to fail, you know? It doesn't faze me. It doesn't bother me. I think this is my exit. McDonald's? No, the next one is. This is not my exit yet. It's the next one. To Montgomery, toll. Yeah, I think it's the next one. Is that 14? I don't know. I'm still getting familiar with my neighborhood. Oh, that's 82. It's the next one. I'm still not familiar with where I'm at. Okay, guys, so I got 10% battery, so eventually my phone will actually just shut off. But it's not bad. We did a very long live stream. We're now in Prattville. You can see the Waffle House, the McDonald's, a few of the hotels where we stayed at initially. I'm really surprised we got 70 people on board. And we got Katie on here, so any question that, you know, she can answer you guys any questions. We got Katie on here. There's a Bass Pro Shop. I mean, and then the income, right? The average income for Prattville is $60,000. It's actually above the national average. So, like, in our area, the average income is actually above the national average. So I just really don't understand the kind of the negative stigma that everybody's like, oh, you're not going to make money, and the phone's not ringing, so they might be right. I'm not saying I have doubts about I'm happy where I'm at. I like my house. I love my house, actually. I've said it 1,000 times, but I'm going to say it again. I never thought I would have a house this nice. It seems that we really did well for ourselves with the house we got. Like, more than I ever. I'm not skilled. That's the thing. I don't have any. I know how to use computers, editing programs, and that's what I do on YouTube. I know how to drive a truck and trailer. But as far as construction skills, I don't have them. And I got kicked out of high school in the 9th grade, so that doesn't really help. When you go to apply somewhere, in the last grade you finish was 9th grade, it doesn't really... Besides, to be honest, I want to be self-employed. But my method of getting the customers, which is very effective, is passing out flyers. And now with COVID, I don't think I can do it. I don't feel that I can start going out there and passing out flyers and it be the right thing to do. This might be our exit now. So I feel that Millbrook, Prattville exit. Here we go. Millbrook and Prattville exit. So I don't feel that... Maybe I should just get out there and do it. Like, people here don't really care too much. I need to get out there. I need to hop in you know what I need to do? I need to go into my truck in the morning, hook up my trailer, and just drive around, passing out flyers and talking to people. Like, I need to hit the street. If I hit the street, I'm going to be successful. I cannot see me not hit the street and then not be successful. I think if I hit the street, if I just get up in the morning, put some things in a cooler, that I'm going to be successful. Like, how could I not be successful, you know? Like, just hit the street. That's how I did in Naples when I started my business. I'd put $20 in the gas tank and go out there and pass out flyers and do all types of stuff, man. You know? That's how I started in Naples. Here's Jack's. We got Jack's. We got the gas station. We got a Taco Bell. And all these businesses say hiring, by the way. Jack's says hiring. We've applied. We haven't got a call back. Taco Bell says hiring. And now they're building a Popeyes right here. They're building it. They haven't finished it yet. Is Walmart open this late? I was supposed to go to Walmart. Man, I got to get a webcam for our Zoom meetings. And what's the other thing that I need? I need a webcam for the Zoom meetings. And there's something else I needed. I can't remember. But there's a Walmart right here. This is our Walmart right here. There's a Walmart here. It closes at 8:30. That's horrible. But there's a Walmart here. And actually, you know what's crazy about Alabama? There are so many Mexican restaurants here. There's not a single Cuban restaurant, but there's hundreds of Mexican restaurants. It doesn't occur to anybody to open a Cuban restaurant around here. Open a Cuban restaurant. I regret. I should have just rented an apartment and used my money to open a Cuban restaurant. There's no Cuban restaurants here. You know? Like, none. Horrible. I'm angry. No Cuban restaurants. How could they? By the way, the speed limit here is like 55. And the average person flies through here at 70. People drive really fast here in Alabama. It's crazy how fast people drive through Alabama. There's a Mexican restaurant right there. Look, right there, there's a Cantina. We ate there. They were really good. So there's a Mexican restaurant right there. I'll just show you guys in Millbrook, in this little area, how many Mexican restaurants there are. It's insane. So there's Tia's Cantina. We ate there. It was really, really good. I loved it, by the way. Of course, we're not going to be able to eat out more than once a week at this point. We're really tight on money. We have to really... One of us is going to have to start working. Katie, how about you? You thought about working? We've applied to places. Everybody says they're hiring. But then, for some reason, they don't want to hire you. Like, I don't get it. Like, every place you go to says hiring. And then when you actually try to get the job, they don't give it to you. I don't know what it is. I've heard something that I hope isn't true with our last names. It could be that. I'm not saying it is. And I have had people offer me jobs. That's the other thing. There have been jobs offered to me. But I have a feeling they wouldn't work. One was a utility job. And there's a Millbrook police. Again, Millbrook is very heavily policed. There's a cop right there. Earlier in the live stream, we were here in Millbrook, and you guys saw there's at least 5 cops. Here's another one right here. Just started following Katie's cooking blogs. Thank you so much. I mean, we'll try to upload as much as we can of that. And the other thing is, like, editing videos takes a long time. So you guys saw there's a San Marcos right here, and they're pretty good. And then there's right there is right in that shopping center next to the food outlet is San Marcos. There's a Sonic here. That's awesome. There's a Winn-Dixie. I'm not really happy with Winn-Dixie, to be honest. I don't like what I'm getting out of Winn-Dixie. I'm just not happy with it. So it seems like people here half-fast their jobs, you know, like they really don't. Anyways, it's frustrating. There's so many people, in theory, hiring, and then when you go to apply at the jobs, you can't get them. Nobody calls you back, or I don't know what the deal is. Like, are they really hiring? Because if they were, why wouldn't they just hire you? Like, I don't know. To me, it's been extraordinarily frustrating. There's a front porch restaurant here. Oh, shoot. Step on the gas. Let's do this. That was kind of aggressive. I wasn't trying to be aggressive, but I'm still getting familiar with the roads here. I think the roads here are, if you don't know where you're going, the roads here are horrible. So you guys saw the Tia's Cantina. Then there was the San Marcos over there. There's a barbecue place right here. It's a farmer's market, but they do barbecues right here. And then back over here, we'll finish our live stream in this little area. There's a Waffle House here. I like Waffle House. And we have one nearby. Here's a Tractor Supply. And this is what's really odd about this area. Here's a Mexican restaurant, Habaneros. And by the way, I've heard it's really good as well. So here's Habaneros Mexican restaurant, right? And I'm just going to hang out here in this parking lot for the remainder of this live stream. I got to walk around a little bit. I just want to show you guys how unexpectedly diverse this area is, at least when it comes to businesses. Just show you guys how it's not what I expected, to be honest. So look, you have, okay, so now you guys, I can answer your questions now. Habaneros Mexican restaurant is right here, right? And then right next to it is La Estrella Tienda Mexicana. And I think there's another, that's it. So you have right here in Millbrook, La Estrella Mexican, Habaneros, San Marcos, and then Tia's Cantina. And there's another one. I could get my CDL. I could. That's an option. There's some fine siestas in the current. Good idea, Lisa. But to be fair, if they want you, they will hear from you. What is San Marcos? Is that Hispanic? No, it's a Mexican restaurant. I'm just saying how many Mexican restaurants there are. Look, that's a Mexican store. That's a Mexican restaurant. San Marcos is a Mexican restaurant. And then Tia's Cantina, there's 1, 2, 3, and there's another one on the other side of town. There's a lot of Mexican places here. And there aren't even that many Mexicans. So it's like, where are they? Who? Nails by Linda. Then there's a Chinese place here. These guys are Spanish. They're talking Spanish. There's this vape factor. There's... I would love to get a job at one of the hardware stores. CDL, commercial driver's license. Yeah, I would like to get a commercial driver's license. The problem with that is my eye test. In Florida, I had a restriction on my driver's license. And it was pretty much couldn't... I had to have outside mirrors. Here's the Waffle House. Let's walk this way. So I had a restriction on my driver's license that I couldn't... my vehicle had to have rear view mirrors on the outsides. Right? Okay, so fine. Restriction on my driver's license in Florida. When I came to Alabama, I looked at the rules, and I should have got even more extensive restrictions. So when I came to Alabama, I was afraid that they were going to hit me with some serious restrictions on my driver's license. Well, it turns out I came over here, and they actually took away the restrictions I had. But to get a CDL, you have to have really good vision, and my vision really isn't the best. I would like to get a job at one of these hardware stores. There's one here. That's another thing. We have this hardware store here, Marvin's. It's kind of like a miniature Home Depot. And then you have a Tractor Supply. I would actually take a job at either one of those places for what, $10 an hour? I'd take it. Even $9 an hour, I'd take it. Because again, we are in Alabama. You don't need to make that much money. If I can make $250 a week and Katie can make $250 a week, that's $500 a week. That's almost $100 a day. You couldn't spend it here in Alabama. You would end up eventually bank account would just keep growing in theory since our house is paid off and cars. So let me just show you guys something about, you guys have talked about crime. Is there a lot of crime here? Is there a lot of crime in Alabama? When I looked at Alabama on the internet, it said that crime was ridiculous, right? Like top 1%, every city in Alabama was top 3%, top 1% in the nation for crime. Now, if you live in Florida, if there's somebody watching now from Southwest Florida, you can collaborate this for me. If somebody's watching from Southwest Florida, you can collaborate this for me. Let's see here. If you're watching from Southwest Florida, you can collaborate this for me. They got the barbecues locked up, but they're still outside. Even with a chain on, would a hardware store in Southwest Florida leave barbecues outside like this? What do you guys think? Would Florida, and here's the other thing. These trees are not locked up. They got the barbecues outside. They got chains on them, but they're still outside. See these trees right here? They're just out. Even more. Look at this tractor. It's not locked up. Oh, it is locked up. Is it? It's not locked up. Is it or not? That tractor, this one's locked up. The snapper. That's not locked up. Not even where I'm at in Central Florida. I don't know about Amazon. These are locked up. Not all of them. Not all of these are locked up. They're not all locked up. Some of them are. Even locked up, they're still outside. Would in Florida, could they do this in Florida? What do you guys think? In Florida, if the machine's like, see this right here, you can just take off you can just untwist that and you can take these things. So these aren't really secured. What do you guys think? Because supposedly, crime in Alabama. Could you do this in Florida? All my friends that live in South Florida, tell me. What do you guys think about all these things being outside here? Supposedly they're locked up, but are they really all locked up? And if they're locked up, could they have forgotten to lock one up? This one's not locked up. There it is. What do you guys think? These shares aren't locked up. Look at these shares. They're not locked up. You couldn't do that in Florida. So it would be gone in Florida. Yeah, they would just steal in Florida. So, like, they talk about Alabama. If you go on the internet, it would all be gone in Florida. Even with the locks, you couldn't leave it outside in Florida. So what I'm trying to say is, I don't know. I think Florida polishes itself for tourism and for retirement, and they really cover up a lot. Would these things be outside in Florida? You couldn't leave them, even with the chain. Because right here, you can just, with a Sawzall, you can just cut that right there with a Sawzall. You can just cut that with a Sawzall, pull that rope out, and boom, you take the whole thing home, and then you put a little piece of, strap it up again, and you're ready to go. You can steal that easily. In Florida, they would steal all this stuff. Here we are in Alabama, and it's not even tied up. And it's in a Waffle House over there, and a bunch of businesses that are open right here. So I don't know. Supposedly there's less crime in Florida. Look at this. In Golden Gate City, I was cracking up with my dad because in Golden Gate City, there's a Ace Hardware. I think it's Ace Hardware. That's a Tractor Supply over there, and I'm sure they got stuff outside too. But look at this, guys. This is, imagine in Golden Gate City, the Ace Hardware in Golden Gate City in Naples. This stuff is outside, dude. This stuff is just outside. What do you guys think? Would this be outside in Florida? Not for long. So people say crime in Florida and blah, blah, blah. Dude, look at this stuff. It's outside. In Naples, it's wealthy. In Naples, they could not leave. I guarantee you, in Naples, they would steal it. All these plants are outside. See these racks right here? Even these empty racks, somebody will steal it just for scrap metal. There's a cage over there with nothing in it. I'm just saying, in Florida, that would all be gone. Most parts of Florida that claim to be low crime, blah, blah, blah. Notice there's people hanging out in that parking lot. There's a dude hanging out over here. There's another dude just chilling in his car over there. I like it, man. trying to work for Walmart. I did talk to Walmart, and I don't think Walmart would hire me because I think I sued them once. I got hurt in a Walmart once, and it wasn't like a lot of money, but I'm sure if they put my name in there, they're like, oh, this guy sued us. But it was more about the aggravation of dealing with the Walmart that angered me than the actual thing that happened. It's like they did something that was really careless, and I was like, hey, dude, this is really careless. Somebody could get hurt. I got hurt. And then the employees were like, oh, sure, whatever. It's not a big deal. I'm like, okay, you think it's not a big deal if somebody got hurt? I'll show you. And sure enough, they offer you a settlement right away. So I don't know if, after doing that to them, they'd want to hire me. But anyways, Sunday, there's people out and about. Let me show you guys Tractor Supply. They got stuff outside, too. And this is on a main... Oh, no. What's the other thing? This is a main highway. This is Highway 14. So this is the comparable to Highway 50 in Spring Hill or US 41 in Naples. Can you imagine a Tractor Supply in Naples leaving a lawnmower outside at night? Oh, by the way, I already got my notification for 10%. So when this live stream is over, it's over. When you see the phone, my phone will turn off eventually. Any minute now, my phone's going to die. So if I lose you guys, you know what's good. So here we go. We're at the Tractor Supply now. And again, they got these benches outside. And they're tied in. I don't think this is tied. Let's see. There's a chain going through it, but I mean, really, that's a $3,000 tractor. There's a chain running through it. And even with a chain running through it, they would not leave that outside on the floor, I guarantee you. And it's only growing through the back. So all you would have to do is with a Sawzall, just cut through there. All you would have to do is with a Sawzall cut through there, and you can pull that out. So would they leave that in Florida? What do you guys think? Would they leave that outside in Florida? If you live in Florida, yes or no? Look how much stuff they leave outside, man. In Florida, that tractor would be gone. So all that talk you hear about higher crime in Alabama and all that, because when I looked at the internet, it was scary, man. I was like, wow, this neighborhood has crime higher. Look at all these things outside. None of this is tied down. Look at all these. They have hay for animals. What is this? Potting soil. All of this is outside. You can just grab it and take it. Would they leave this outside in Florida? Nope. Look at how much stuff these people have outside here, man. Potting mix. In Home Depot, in Naples, they have a cage around this stuff, man. They got camera. Look, no cameras. Nothing. There's a no, it's not a camera. It's a speakerphone. No cameras. Nothing. This stuff is just outside for the taking. So all that talk about high crime in Alabama and all that, really? Look at this, dude. They got 3 or 4 pallets of stuff on the side here. Look at all these things out here. To steal something in a city would need life first. What do you guys think? They got more stuff. Look at this look at all that gardening stuff outside. What do you guys think? Don't believe everything you read on the internet. All these internet lists and statistics. Amazon is a trashy company to work for. I don't know. Here's the thing. I would take a job in Alabama if it wasn't. See, they rent these trailers. Last time I checked, there wasn't even a lock on it. And that's a trailer. I mean, you can grab that and drive off with it, and you're done. I mean, there's no real... A trailer, you can just, paint it a different color or something. Who would ever know? There's no lock on that trailer right there. See that? Quite literally, there's no lock on that trailer. Some of these things here, none of this stuff is locked down. So all I'm saying is, I read a lot of horrible things on the internet about Alabama before we came here. Crime. But look at the reality. I know for a fact in Naples is one of the nicest places in Florida. In Naples, you could not leave this stuff outside without somebody taking it. It would just not work. See, people here, they put up, you can tell on this post they've been leaving flyers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my flyers and stick them on these. That's not a bad idea. On some of these, I'm going to stick my flyers on some of these posts. Or I got to get creative with getting the word out there because I really don't want to work for somebody. I mean, if I get a job where I'm not pressured, I'm not going to have if somebody's on top of me, if I end up with somebody who's like power tripping or something, I would just tell them to go screw themselves and walk out like the same first day at the job. So that's the other thing about me. I had friends here who told me, Jose, because I've already have a little network of people that I know here, and they're, Jose, I can get you into this company. And I'm like, dude, I know it's not going to work out. I can just already tell you I probably won't work out. You know what I mean? Like, I already know it's not going to work. So, picky Jose and picky Katie complaining about jobs. I feel like the average American. There's no jobs. There's no opportunities. There are. It's just how much are you willing to sacrifice. After being self-employed for so long, it's not easy. All right, guys, so I'm going to check out. We've been almost 200 minutes at this. Also, Facebook uses your YouTube to advertise you. Have you applied for Publix? No, I've never applied for Publix. It's not a bad idea. Grocery stores are starting at like 15 an hour, not in Alabama. You need to apply for a place that makes mulch or something away from regular stores. Yeah, I don't know. I had a job, somebody offered me a job with vehicles, which was like doing car work, like paint jobs and stuff. But I have my lung problem, so it's like, I look in the DoorDash, go be a mailman. Oh no, they're offering a mailman job here, $15 an hour. You know how hard it is to drive around mailbox after mailbox? I would throw up. I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. You guys make sure you hit the like button. Let YouTube know that my live stream was good. Katie has better credentials for getting a job. Creating a LinkedIn to advertise your services. I've never looked into that. Anything away from the regular stores, get away from... Yeah, the service industry is garbage, Again, I did have somebody offer me a job at a utility company, but they told me off the bat I would have to work overtime. And I'm like, dude, I make $1,500 off YouTube, right? So if I'm making $1,500 off YouTube, why would I, if I took on a job that was full-time plus overtime, eventually my YouTube would just fall off a cliff. And that full-time job wouldn't be more than it'd be about the same as YouTube. So why would I give up YouTubing to go work for a mediocre job, which they could fire me one day, you know what I mean? So after thinking about that, it's like, okay, I'm set. I do my YouTube. And again, you guys have seen I'm doing live streams. I have several channels. I'm uploading, editing videos. I put 10 or 12 hours in the YouTube every single day. But that's cool. I can do that. You know why? Because it's for me. And it's growing a little by little. And it's under my own terms. If right now I wanted to click the stop button, I can stop it. But if you're working for a utility company and they call you at 9:30 at night on a cold night, and they tell you got to go work, you got to go work, So why would I give up my YouTube for a utility? I could do a part-time somewhere and still manage a YouTube. Taxi services, no. If I'm going to use my own equipment to make money, it ain't going to be for Uber. If I'm going to use my own equipment to make money, be careful about doing YouTube. The dollar is about to collapse. I don't know if the dollar is going to collapse. I will tell you this about the dollar collapsing. I bought a Yukon. Talking about the Yukon. I bought a vehicle. Talking about the dollar collapsing, okay? I bought a vehicle. I have another vehicle. I bought a house, a vehicle, guns, furniture, appliances, everything that you need. I bought it new, clothing, everything. So if the dollar does collapse, I believe that the way the country's going, you want to have physical things that you can actually hold on to, not like money in the bank or anything like that. So I bought everything that I needed. I bought it. I see a trend in the United States that I don't like. I mean, I'm not an economist or anything, but I bought this vehicle, and it's got 110,000 miles, 112 now. Bought the vehicle, bought the house cash, got rid of all my debts, bought guns, bought every appliance new that I needed. I mean, the ones that I needed. There's some appliances I don't care about. So if the dollar were to collapse, like you say, which I do think, I wouldn't say the dollar's going to collapse, but I do think your dollar's going to be worth less in the future if you're holding on to physical things like real estate and vehicles that don't depreciate too much. This vehicle with 200,000 miles is still worth $8,000 or $9,000. So with 110,000 miles, this will hold its value, especially if I go easy on the mileage. I need to get my GED. I know I need to get my GED. I know that. I gotta get my GED. I know. But it's kind of like being able to make it without the GED is kind of an honor of badge, a badge of honor for me. Like that I'm able to do so much without it. And actually, if I had a GED, then maybe I would be working at a McDonald's or a Publix or something. You know what I mean? I'm glad, or a Walmart. I'm glad I don't have a GED and I can't even get a regular job because that forces me to be self-employed. It forces me to be self-reliant. I don't know if this makes any sense at all. I tell people, and I know this makes no sense at all. It sounds counterintuitive. Is that what I think it is? Okay. I know it sounds counterintuitive, right? I tell people that the best two things that ever happened to me were not having good credit because I couldn't get into debt, and not having an education because I couldn't get a regular job. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but I tell people the two best things that ever happened to me: having bad credit because I can't get into debt, and not having an education because I can't get a regular job. That's what it looks like. I'm not sure if it is. I'm not going to get close enough to find out. But it looks like that.